Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the sixth most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, the game ball definitely goes to him. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth-quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on
see you there, waking up, hanging out on the chat, drinking coffee, perhaps tea. We're like the only country that doesn't do tea hardcore like other countries.
What does that mean?
Isn't tea like the thing everywhere?
Spot of tea.
Yeah, like I don't hear much about England coffee. I don't hear much about like coffee in Japan or China. It's tea. Are we like secretly missing out?
You've never had Japanese coffee?
I honestly have not.
It's amazing.
Are you being serious?
No.
Okay. There's like literally not much Japanese cuisine I don't like. Like I can't do like the weird stuff, and by weird I mean weird to me. Like I can't do like weird parts of the fish or something. But like sushi, I love. Well, there's more to Japanese cuisine than sushi. But that's all that's coming to mind at 6:02.
Do you eat nigiri?
What is that?
Raw.
I thought that was sashimi.
Well, sashimi is also raw fish, but nigiri is like the raw piece of fish on top of the white rice.
No, that's my favorite.
Okay.
No, that's literally so. The Mikuni tournament, the golf thing was yesterday, and they at the end of it, shockingly, you have a whole food thing, and they have all those nigiris. I don't know, but my favorite is like the salmon belly on top of the little ricey thing, and I'll pound like 20 of those. Like that's good. I could eat that all day.
Salmon belly on top of the ricey thing.
Yeah, it's like a little rice like finger, and then they drape a piece of fish. And they had like tuna and I don't know, mackerel. I don't know, but I get the salmon belly and that and the pepper fin. He makes little squares of tuna with jalapenos in this like ponzu sauce or whatever. And like honestly, it's so weird. Said it before. I can't eat cooked fish. Just don't like cooked fish. I'll have it if I have to. Like,
Thanks, Jay.
Well, actually, even if I have to, I won't have it. Like, I could do like if it's covered up. Thank you, Jay. If it's covered up enough, like I can do fish and chips. No, not that.
Can't look at it.
I
can't look at me.
I can't eat something that's staring at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not eat you, Jason. I isolate that. Yeah. I couldn't eat that with a cow or a pig or a chicken looking at me. I can't do it with a fish. Fish just sitting on the table is like,
yeah.
big old fish eye looking at me like, why'd you do this?
But you like tea?
I do like tea. I do.
Not like the traditional hot tea, though, right?
Well, I love sweet tea.
Right.
And I love iced tea. And I like, like my mom was a big tea. She didn't do coffee. She did tea. She would do like an English style. She'd do like Lipton tea with cream and sugar and stuff. And that was dope. Like, that was dope. That's probably not dope, but that was fine.
You want dope?
Is it maybe like, are there tea?
Dope will get you going in the morning.
Yeah, it would.
Mr. T.
Are there tea makers like coffee makers where you just can brew up? I know that you can do the kettle and the whole steepy thing.
Why do you even ask? You can just search on Amazon.
I'm asked because I don't want to stop the showdown.
Really?
I'm curious right now. Like, could you
first for everything?
Well, could you just conceivably have like the equivalent? Have like a can of tea leaves, and then you pour them in the filter, and then you put the.
I'm gonna find out.
Would that even work in a coffee maker? I wonder. That's interesting.
I would think, but I don't know.
So, right? But I feel like tea has to steep more. Anyways, need you this morning, Jason.
Yeah.
Real quick. Yes, there's tea brewing machines all over Amazon.
But do any of them have like a coffee pot looking thing where you just brew
the
whole? Okay.
Oh no, these are relatively inexpensive too.
Yeah, it should be.
I know what you're doing today.
Another kitchen gadget.
Yeah. Now, honestly, what I'm going to look for. No, see, I love multitaskers, and I honestly now have to wonder if my coffee maker can brew tea. I just put loose tea leaves in the filter, and
tomorrow morning, Dave breaks his coffee maker today when he gets home.
I know, right? It's like a different thing. So I had one of those. By the way, Taro, everybody, the Makuni tournament, great. Why do you guys care? You shouldn't, except it raises a ton of money for great causes, and a lot of cool people out there raising a lot of cool money.
How'd you play yesterday?
Why are you asking me that?
Just wondering. I have no inkling of how you played. I'm not trying to insinuate anything.
I do now.
Yeah, your look tells me you shot like crap in your 8-some.
Yeah, I was an 8-some. Well, let me put it
dead weight?
Let me put it like this. Well, it was myself, my wife, and our friends Courtney and Michael.
Oh,
so you were definitely the dead weight.
We were not. We were not favored to win.
Yeah.
Par on this course is 72, and you're playing in a scramble. And for those of you who don't know what a scramble is, everybody tees off. You take the best tee shot. You use that one until you get to the green, and then everybody gets a chance to putt. Generally, depending on your skill level, but I would say most, if not all, in a tournament will finish at or under par.
Yeah, generally under, and someone's going to be crazy at like 52, 20 under, and you're like, okay, sure.
Well, I believe if they didn't win, I didn't stick around for the awards. If they didn't win, the other 8-some, because our guy Phil always stacks his team. So you had Phil. You had a former.
Are you accusing Phil of lightweight cheating?
Oh no, heavyweight.
That's fair.
Not
just stacking.
Not cheating. Not exactly.
Stacking is cheating.
He's not breaking any rules.
You pick the 7 that are with you.
You what?
He picks the 7 that are with him.
Well, no,
right?
he picked his own foursome because the foursomes are separate.
Got it.
Even though they're teeing off together. Yeah. So he had a former Canadian Tour player,
of course.
He had I want to say it might have been the head pro at Granite Bay. He was a head pro somewhere. And then
he cheated.
And then he had his friend Matt, who's who
can just bomb the ball.
Yeah, you've seen Matt play. Yeah, he's like a two-handy.
Yeah.
So you had like literally the probably best foursome and us. Every time I have an issue with golf, I'll post it on Facebook. I'm like Jack Lemmon, but just not.
You're like a 65-year-old man. I'm angry. Go to Facebook.
Yeah. I just post like my sad stories about golf. And the weird thing is everybody always tries to they're always like, well, you got to get back out there. You're not that good. Stop stressing. Jason, I've played golf since I was 7. Little linker, hanging out. On and off, I've played for many, many years. I have to put this out first because you have to acknowledge in today's day and age, it's important to acknowledge one's privilege. I have some of the best clubs you can get. I have the best teacher in town that I get lessons from. I'm a very privileged golfer. I have all the tools and necessities necessary to at least be a normal whatever normal golfer is. Would you like to take a guess as to how many balls I lost yesterday? And keep in mind, this is Cadavadera, where water isn't really there's a little bit of water there, but it's not a water course. 18 holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not a lot of water because I want to be fair.
9.
That's a lot.
That is.
I was going to go 13.
That's a lot.
No, I mean, I went high.
I mean, that is a lot. You did go high, which kind of messes up the story because it could still be a lot, but not 9 and certainly not 13. Yeah, I lost 17 balls.
Wow.
In 18 holes.
That's why you looked at me when I asked. It all makes sense.
I thought maybe somebody said something.
I also know why you didn't stick around for the awards. Is there a futility award? Because you would have definitely...
Funny you mentioned
That's
that.
why you were describing the food. It was great.
It was wonderful. Funny you mentioned the futility award. There is a futility award for coming in last. It's actually a good award. I think you get like a box of Pro V1s, which is like
you stack your team.
Yeah.
Get better, bro award.
Well, I needed more balls. Yeah, we were second to last. Yeah, we shot 6 over par. And I lost 17 balls.
Oh, yeah. Jason, you're right. He's the dead weight.
I want to reiterate.
That's difficult to do.
I've played this game my whole life. And I don't mind. I don't expect to shoot under par. I don't expect to shoot below 80. In fact, if I hit 90-ish, I'm good. This is not one of those unrealistic expectations. But every once in a while, and usually it's when I'm playing with these people. This exact group. These people.
You people.
I can't hit a ball. And then you know what happened on
I should have just played spades.
Thank you. You know what happened on the last hole, guys? It was 168-yard second shot. And I stepped up last as I was just literally thinking of ways just to off myself for about 12 holes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
That got dark.
Jay, I get
It's
in
like a video game.
It is dark. I get in this mental spiral and I get so depressed and angry at myself and I get very quiet. And then the problem is people notice I'm quiet and they start saying things like, cheer up.
That's always fun.
Yeah, that has never worked ever in the history of mankind.
The only thing better
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I'll cheer up now.
Hey, cheer up. You'll play better. Oh,
duh.
Thanks. And then everyone's looking at you. Anyways, last thing on the last hole, second shot was 168 yards. Took out my club and I hit it to 1 foot. My very last shot of the day. After losing 17
He's
balls.
back.
And you know what I did?
That club is now gone.
As we go to break, I threw my club. I put both middle fingers up, and I said a phrase that I can't say on the radio because that's golf just Jimmy jacking with.
Did you say gosh darn?
It started with F and ended with U. The letter U.
Oh, yeah. Usually you just say that to me.
Classy out there on the golf course.
So I'm really seriously considering doing like a 12 caller against my clubs. It's a good prize.
Oh, are we back to I'm retired again for the 46? You retire more times than Michael Jordan.
I know. And if you're saying just shut up and stay retired, I'm with you. But the whole don't stop playing golf, get on it. Yeah.
Did you get your club?
No. I didn't.
Still out there.
I need a 7-iron now. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Sacramento Kings get another award. We have playoff basketball last night. We've got some pretty decent teams, one in particular, on the cusp of going to Cancun and joining the Sacramento Kings and the rest of us. Safe or out. So many fun things. Sit back, relax. We'll do that next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
A video sent to KXAN in Austin shows two men swinging at each other on an American Airlines flight. What would you do, by the way, if a fight breaks out? You get involved at all?
Take out my phone and record.
As any responsible citizen should.
Are you at all trying to break up the fight?
Content, baby.
At all?
No.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street. Right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have an idea for you.
Yeah.
After your golf story. He's your friend. He's a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
Get on Phil's team.
Here's the thing, though, dude. Phil is always scouting.
I know, but he likes you.
Yes, he does, and he's great. But Phil scouts.
Phil wants to win.
That's exactly right. And you know what happens when you're around Phil and you're good at golf? You go on really awesome golf trips all over the world because he goes to all these charity tournaments and plays. And if you're on the team, you're on the team. I get to play with Phil in the hey, let's have fun with family type of those types of, which is great.
Basically environments you can't embarrass him in.
1,000 trillion billion %. And his daughter and I are really good friends, and none of us are very good. And so we just go out and, do the thing. I don't mind. I was going to move on. You asked the question, so it's kind of your fault. But I want to say this I hate golf so much. And I wish that it would, honestly, you want to help the world, ban golf. Except you have to go to a qualifying school, and if you can golf below 90, then you can play. People like me can't play.
You know what's great for you is you get some time away from it. You're not playing till tonight.
That's another great thing. Yeah, we'll be right back at Hagen Oaks tonight for a putting contest.
Yeah, that's different.
That is different. I can putt a little bit.
Yeah,
until tonight.
They're looking for a new putter, by the way. Hagen Oaks after the tournament. You can find one somewhere. It's a scavenger hunt.
I can't throw clubs there.
It'll be in the parking lot.
Yeah, I'll be when you hear a primal scream from the parking lot. Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Let's look at tonight real quick in the National Basketball Association playoffs. The playoffs are starting to come into focus a little bit. However, drama can happen. Nobody has yet bought their ticket officially to the conference finals, although there are two that played last night. We'll get there that are just one win away. Tonight, you got a couple of games or a couple of series locked up at 2. We'll start with a very intriguing, well, they're both intriguing series, actually. Sixers-Celtics has turned into this weird, I have no idea, man. I think the Celtics are going to win the series. I do. I still strongly think that, but yeah, it's 2-2.
Yeah, and Boston really let a golden opportunity go away in Game 4. I mean, they could have gone up 3-1 going home and probably to put Philly away. But I think why you have no idea is now it's 2-2, and that was a big swing game to make it even. Philly's been able to win a game without Embiid. Harden has looked great in the 2 wins, not so great in the other 2. So I don't know if it's as simple as – maybe it is as simple as that. If James Harden plays really well, maybe Philly has a chance. But it feels like if they don't get that performance from him, it will be Boston to win the series. So with that said, history would say you can't really trust James Harden, but he's had a lot of big playoff games. It just he does it individually. It never seems to be the deciding game. Right. That's been part of his problem in his career.
If I told you tonight, if we did Ghost of Basketball Future, and I said in one scenario, James Harden is going to have 40-plus points, and Joel Embiid will have 17 and 8. And in scenario 2, Joel Embiid's going to have 38 and 20, and James Harden's going to have 12, 7 and 7. Which scenario do you think the Sixers win? One of them they win, one of them they lose.
Probably the first one.
Though with Harden?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And it's a little strange.
It is. I mean, because, Embiid to me is still their key and their best player. Maybe not key, but their best player. But you need Harden to give you the other scoring that sometimes that team misses out on.
Can you be the key to a series without being the best player on the team?
You know what? That's interesting. I mean,
because I feel like that's how it is. Yeah. You literally have the most valuable player on your team, yet I this is the dumbest thing I'm going to say all day, and that's saying something at 6:19. If you told me that James Harden was going to miss the series or Joel Embiid was going to miss the rest of the series, and you had to pick one side to win the series, I'd pick the Embiid-less Sixers specifically for this matchup.
Yeah.
And that's strange.
It is strange. It's the way it's played out so far. I think it'll be the way it plays out going forward. And then Brown and Tatum, are equally important, I think, but it seems like they've kind of like Tatum had a really weird game 4 too. He started 0 for 8, then finished really strong. So, these two teams have such history, and it feels like this one should go 7 just because we need to see these two teams play 3 more times.
It could be just media stuff. Do you feel like the Celtics, in a sense, could possibly be playing for their team life? And what I mean by that is they were a couple games away from winning a championship last year. The whole Ime Udoka thing happens. They're right back there. But if they were to not even make the conference finals with all the noise you hear, doesn't it seem like there's a really decent chance that one of Brown and Tatum get broken up?
Yeah, I feel like Brown's been the one that's been on the fringe anyway.
Yeah.
Final year coming up after this. Is he happy? Doesn't appear to be. Now, again, don't claim to know him.
Sure.
Don't claim to know what his real inner feelings are, but I think there's been enough rumblings about that. So, yeah, I could see it being that way. Maybe even if they win, to be honest.
You get this weird, I don't know. I get this weird feeling with Jaylen Brown, who, weirdly enough, speaking of weird, is in his 7th season. He's been around for a minute, yet he's only 26 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get this weird, strange feeling that it's almost like a James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell. What I feel like Jaylen Brown wants to be the alpha on a team.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to be an alpha on a team almost as much or more than he wants to win a championship with Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics, I think. And I understand that this sounds selfish of him, but I don't buy that. I think it could be just as simple as he thinks he's a transcendent superstar who is being, understandably so, kind of muted by having another superstar next to him.
Is that a similar storyline to Kyrie when he was with LeBron? It's like, wait, Kyrie wants out? He wants to be traded? Like, what? Why?
Why would you do this?
Yeah, you've got it great. And I don't know, maybe Brown, this has been the only team Brown's been on. I've said it all along. I feel like that debate is way closer. Almost everybody would say, oh, Tatum. And Tatum is great.
Yeah.
But I think Brown is right there with him. And I don't feel like he makes the all-star team. But no one ever says Jaylen Brown. It always feels like it's Tatum that gets all that attention.
I agree. And Tatum's a year younger, too. So I think that's, listen, I agree with you. I think the Celtics would hold on to Tatum, would not trade Tatum. But Brown, let's put it this way. If Danny Ainge were still in Boston, I think Jaylen Brown would be gone this summer. He'd figure it out. He'd get some sort of crazy haul. And yes, I understand Kings fans, you're already licking your lips thinking about Jaylen Brown with the Sacramento Kings, and you're right to do so. That Jaylen Brown at that spot would be insane.
Phenomenal fit.
Do you see any way the Kings get Jaylen Brown without giving up Fox or Sabonis?
No, he's been my dream guy to get here, but without giving up what I would want them to give up, so there's no chance.
We'll take a break. When we come back, safe or out, we missed it yesterday. We visited with Kevin Nagel from England. Not so much today. We've got ESPN polls on Shohei Ohtani, the Giants, and so much more. Safe or out, hosted by Jay Mars next.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
It feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy.
Purdy going to throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel.
Debo 10. Debo. Touchdown!
And McCaffrey.
Touchdown! CMC!
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
Great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Art Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Art Supports. and so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Hey, Scott, you look great.
Yeah, I'm feeling good and have a new job.
No, there's something different about the way you look.
To be honest, a few months ago, I had an amazing robotic hair transplant procedure at XL Medicine. It's called the artist procedure.
No way. Your hair looks completely natural, and you don't even have a scar. How did they do that?
Dude, the artist system is amazing. I have this fantastic hairline, and I'm happy with my results. XL Medicine could probably help you too, buddy.
Using the artist procedure, Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall can target and harvest healthy hair follicles with micron-level accuracy from the back of your head and transplant them where you need it. The procedure is painless, and you'll be back doing your regular activities in a couple of days. Ask Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall at XL Medicine about the artist procedure. Call today, 916-932-4470. That's 932-4470 for a complimentary in-person or Zoom consultation, or on the web at xlmedicine.com. That's EXCEL medicine.com. See what the artist procedure can do for you.
These are actors and not real patients. Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Everyone knows that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Kenny and Jerry here from Bell Brothers. And that's especially true when it comes to your air conditioning system.
A precision tune-up and professional cleaning costs a little bit up front, just $87, but will prevent much bigger, more expensive, and inconvenient problems later.
We actually replace systems all the time from people who don't get annual tune-ups. They either forget or they just don't realize it's important. So instead of their systems lasting 12 or more years like they should, they need to be replaced in just 6 or 7 years.
Don't risk it. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Call Bell Brothers for an $87 air conditioner precision tune-up today. And keep your system clean, energy efficient, and in good working shape.
Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's 916-444-1234 or online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
No surprise guys, Bell Brothers.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop garage sale of nearly new showroom clubs is on right now. With discounts up to 75%, you'll find full sets of irons, metalwoods, wedges, and more at the Hagen Oaks garage sale featuring $500,000 in Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio closeout inventory. This kind of opportunity is rare and available right now. Visit the Hagen Oaks garage sale and find discounts up to 75% on selected clubs at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
Don't miss the wine event of the year, the Lodi Wine Experience, May 19th and 20th. Saturday's event features hundreds of Lodi wines from more than 40 wineries, the region's best food trucks, including Cousin's Maine Lobster, Nash and Proper, Park Sparks Barbecue, guided wine seminars, and more. The Lodi Wine Experience, May 19th and 20th, an iconic weekend of world-class wines, delicious food, and live music at Lodi Lake Park. Tickets at LodiWineExperience.com. Must be 21 and over.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206 the 6th most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the all-rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, game ball definitely goes to him. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth-quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
We'll recap last night's playoffs, and I have a question, a broader question about what we're seeing in the playoffs postseason. Because, of course, as opposed to what we're seeing in the playoffs preseason.
I love playoffs preseason.
Yeah,
82 games of fun.
Jay Mars.
Hey.
Safe or out?
An ESPN poll of 26 MLB executives found that teams expect Shohei Ohtani to get a contract that totals around $524 million. Safe or out? This is good value for Ohtani.
I mean, the context here is for how many years?
I'd imagine 10.
I think 10, 50 million. Yeah, it's great value, assuming.
Is it?
Here's the problem is that there's a gamble, and there's always a gamble. If you're getting Shohei Ohtani playing for the next 10 years as you're getting him right around, not even as good necessarily, but right around the last 2, 3, 4 years, yeah, you're paying $25 million each for a top-flight pitcher, top-flight hitter. But if one gets injured, they both get injured. By the way, also factor this in. You do get an extra roster spot with Shohei Ohtani, and that's not nothing where you get to bring another person on. It's a gamble, but let's also remember, guys, there's more to this. It's not just what Shohei Ohtani does on the field. Mm-hmm. It's the massive amount of revenue he brings from Japan, and you've seen this before, whether it's Yao Ming, whether it's Luka Doncic, whether it's Ichiro. When you have a superstar from another country that's, they got money too, you're able to make a lot of that contract up and beyond X's and O's.
Yeah, this might actually be out as far as good value for Ohtani. I mean, is it low?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, if the question or the statement is it good for Ohtani? I mean, it seems crazy, Dave. I think he could get more.
I don't know if you saw, but these same executives think he'll be negotiating heavily with the Mets and the Yankees.
Well, so there are 4 main
in
teams
order to leverage his way to the Dodgers.
Yeah, there's Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, and then there was a Giants in there.
The Giants come in second.
I don't even know if they come in second on this one.
But the idea here is that it sounds like he wants to stay on the West Coast for numerous reasons. That makes sense. And he's already in the LA area. So yeah, Dodgers move. Don't ever rule out the Padres just because they're weird.
Hey, what about the Angels?
What about the A's?
There we go, Jay. Jay's the first one.
Yeah.
What if the A's, that's what they did all along? They've just been pinching pennies.
Saving.
But they are getting Ohtani.
Like the 10-year-old that saves in the piggy bank to get the big prize.
I'm trying to think now.
What will this get me?
The A's could actually sign Shohei Ohtani. There's like a legit way they could do it. But I think they'd actually have to give him the team. Like, we'll sign
deal.
Here's your signing. You are now the owner of the A's.
Okay.
John Fisher.
The A's just got better than in every realm.
Who says no?
I would like to see a think piece on Shohei Ohtani, to your point, Jason. I'd like to see somebody do a think piece that starts with Shohei Ohtani being a $1 billion player over 10 years and work their way backwards.
Yeah.
And factor in season tickets.
Right, because I don't know how to quantify
rights.
that, but I bet it's there.
I think it is there too. I think that is low. I think you're absolutely right.
I want him to own the A's now.
I think that's a big deal. Number 2.
Safe or out?
Reports indicate that the San Francisco Giants are in consideration for the 2024 Field of Dreams game. Safe or out? This is the coolest one-game experience in all of sports.
I think within 5 years you're going to see I could see something where they modified the gym for Hoosiers and did an NBA game there. I don't know what would work for football necessarily, but I'm sure there's something.
Little Giants.
Yeah, something.
No, like a high school in Texas.
Something.
Friday Night Lights.
Seriously.
I think there's 2 competitions here. There's the Field of Dreams game for baseball, which has come on strong.
It's incredible.
And there's the hockey one, the one where they play
the Winter Classic.
Yeah, the Winter Classic. Thank you. I'm not a hockey guy, but I can appreciate what they do. I know there was a college basketball. There have been a couple college basketball games on like aircraft carriers.
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool.
I think like North Carolina, Michigan, or something. The Field of Dreams game is, and here's the big.
So you're going safe here.
Yeah, I'm going safe. It's not just the game and the look and all that. You're tying together the best part. It's the biggest advantage baseball has is the through line, the pastime, the histrionics, all of that. And with that field and that movie comes that game.
Yeah, I think it's safe. It's the nostalgia. You're right. It's the through line, but it's brand new. Like this is a new tradition that, people before us never even got a chance to see. I don't know if I'll ever get to go to this, but it would be one of those things like I would like to go see that. It's a limited number of tickets.
Yeah.
But I think it could become this tradition year in and year out, and to get every team playing it, I think would be great over the years. So yeah, I love this. I think it's safe.
Not for nothing, guys, but I think it would be kind of wonderful to have a situation where every team, even if you didn't make the Field of Dreams game, okay, that's fine. But what if every team once a year had a throwback day where not only did they wear throwback jerseys, but you also had throwback concessions? I'm dead serious about this.
Well, that'd be fun.
You had $1.50 hot dogs,
Right.
50-cent peanuts. You're going to make it up in tickets and parking. And you see baseball players of today, Mike Trout, one of those old velour caps, something. That, again, tradition's what they've got. Number 3.
Safe or out?
Most every baseball team now has a home run celebration. The Tigers pretend to be the Red Wings, which is just, I get it, but no. Orioles drink from home run hose. That's fun. Brewers wear the cheese head. Are these good for baseball? Safe or out?
The Orioles what?
They drink from the home run hose.
The home run hose.
Like
It's like a bong.
Yeah. You've got lots of the Mariners have like that trident thing.
What do the Angels do?
They have that samurai hat.
Yep. The Dodgers have the strobe lights.
Who was the team that put you in the shopping cart?
Oh God!
Is that the Reds or something? I don't know.
And did you mention this here? Don't the Nationals put the wig on now?
Yes.
The presidential wig?
One of the teams had the Braves had the big hat.
Yeah.
Had the big hat.
Yeah,
MLB
right.
said no more.
Who did the press conference? Somebody did the thing where they did like the big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Used to do selfies.
Stuff to beat home run hose. That is for sure. Good
Safe
for
or out?
One, maybe the safest question we've had in the history of this segment. It's
great.
Yes, it's wonderful. Have fun.
Yeah, and you get the combo of, okay, Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit the home run, his celebration, but the team's involved. He puts on. They have the home run jacket in Toronto. So
Put
like
the home run chain.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever it might be. I mean, they are having fun.
Yes.
And you do it in the dugout as well. Yeah, perfect. Love it.
And somewhere in some radio station, most likely in Boston, there's some host.
Act like you've been there before.
Showing up the pitcher. Yeah, you can have your home run celebration, but then
Jim Rice wouldn't have done that.
Oh, no.
Did you think Clemens in 86, when he was a rookie, strikes out 20 guys, showed up the vets? No, he knew his place.
Everyone always has fun with that until somebody points out that Babe Ruth pointed to the bleachers before he hit a home run.
Babe Ruth ruined baseball.
Well, and I think he drank more than water from the home run hose.
That's a great point right there. The home run hose.
Here's to you.
We'll take a break. When we come back,
Do the A's have a celebration?
We scored.
They get a $1 in the middle envelope for every home run,
and they take it to the soda machine.
Right, they get a gift certificate to Fire Wings. But
21 different flavors to choose from, Ace.
Right, but
just swing it.
If the gift giving is 20% off, it's not an actual.
Oh no, God no.
When we come back, let's
redeem it.
Let's look at last night's playoffs, and I'll ask you guys a question: Are this year's playoffs terrible for the NBA regular season? We'll talk about that next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Spring officially here. And with the long, cold, and rainy winter behind us, I'm sure you're counting the days until summer. But don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioner is working efficiently and, most importantly, safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from American Energy Heat and Air. There's nothing worse than your air conditioner going out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today and make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call, 916-520-9990, or schedule your appointment online at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Better Business Bureau, A+ rating. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Easy, convenient payment options, same as cash, low monthly payments through financing partners. What do you need? 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton and Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
As the son of a 30-year career United States Air Force pilot, Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many contributed in serving our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. When you're planning your Memorial Day celebrations, don't forget the Keys family and Naturewood Home Furnishings. For more than 73 years, they've offered the widest selection of quality, made-in-America furniture and accessories. And right now, with their Memorial Day sale, you get to choose the offer that works best for your family. You can choose to take 10% off the regular price, or on approved credit, you can have free financing for 24 months with equal monthly payments. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available in your choice of savings. 10% off or special financing. It's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for their sensational Memorial Day event. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for that water wheel.
Ace fans need Friday night plans? Well, we got you covered. Get 4 tickets and parking for any Friday night game starting at just $49 with the Friday 4-pack presented by Chevrolet. Save big and enjoy great matchups, post-game fireworks and drone shows, giveaways, and more this 2023 season.
He drills one to right, way back, and no doubt, and that quickly the A's have taken the lead. Second deck.
Friday night tickets are available at athletics.com/value. That's athletics.com/value.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
I'm enjoying the YouTube chat today. I always do, but some funny stuff in there. Dwayne and Kevin and Ryan and Mike, Trevor, all the old crowd.
Hit the thumbs up too, please.
Yeah.
While you're there.
Paul.
Come on.
We'll see Russell. All those guys.
Not there yet?
Well, they might be lurking. Much like the Heat and Lakers, both lurking in the sense of going into the next round, the Final Four, the conference finals, if you will. And before we get into those games and those series, I want to point out the Miami Heat were the 8th seed. And if memory serves right, lost their first play-in game, did they not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to go through 2 play-ins to get there.
The Lakers were the 7 seed.
1 play-in.
Finished just 1 game ahead of the Timberwolves and the Pelicans. And 3 ahead of the Thunder, I should say. They were, at one point, they were the 13th seed and worked their way up. But they ended up being the 7th seed. You have a very good chance at having a 7 seed and an 8 seed, both in the final, or should I say conference finals, if you will. And you could very well have Boston's a 2, Phoenix is a 4, Denver's a 1. So it might end up, you go Denver, Boston, you got a 1 versus no problem. But are Miami and the Lakers pointing out at all that does that add anything to the regular season? Doesn't mean as much as we'd like it to.
Well, I think this year feels like a bit of an outlier because I don't think, to my knowledge, anybody's gone through the play-in. Yeah, actually, I don't think a play-in team had even advanced until this year.
Last year it was Brooklyn, Atlanta, Cleveland, Charlotte in the East.
And advance, what I mean is through the first round. So
Timberwolves, Pelicans, Clippers, Spurs.
I think different circumstances, but I think the whole goal for the regular season and the play-in, to me, was to have more teams competing to still try to get in to the postseason. And I looked at a year ago where the Kings and let's take the Pelicans, for example, were not quite there. Both made big trades, one to get Sabonis, one to get CJ McCollum. It actually helped the Pelicans get to that fringe. They got in the play-in, then they ultimately made the playoffs. So I think that's why it's done to avoid like the tanking and to have that many teams kind of out of it. So I think it's done a good job with that. Now you've got a new wrinkle here where you got a couple teams that potentially could be advancing.
You have the top 2 in the West last year, Phoenix and Memphis, that did not make it.
Yeah.
You had the 1 seed. Funny thing, just 1 year ago, the Miami Heat were the 1 seed by 2 games even over the Celtics, Bucks, and Sixers, who were all 3 tied. Look, it's a bit of a stretch. And again, Denver and Boston could be your finals. And a lot of people think that will be your finals still. In fact, I would imagine that's probably your odds on or near odds on favorite for the finals. And it just kind of, it makes you wonder, does a team like the Lakers this year, a team like the Warriors last year, maybe even a little bit of this year? I understand there were injuries and there were things they had to do, but hey, you wake up, you look at the end of the year. And I wonder if at some point, if it's even, first off, is it even necessary? Is it that bad? So what if it's 2 8 seeds going at it?
Right.
Okay. You have to establish that that's an issue, that's not, that does render the regular season less meaningful. And if that were the case, do you start getting into ways, and I don't know what those would be without getting really creative and silly, where you handicap teams as they go through even heavier than just, one seed plays an 8 seed. Is it enough of a handicap for the 1 seed to have a 1-game home court advantage?
Well, do you think this is playing differently too? My follow-up would be that at the moment it happens to be the Lakers and the Heat, 2 teams that are traditionally thought of pretty highly.
Yeah.
Lakers were probably considered one of the teams to win it all anyway going in. Mm-hmm. Whereas if this was OKC, and
great story,
some other team in the East, I guess,
sure,
Chicago,
I
don't know,
whatever,
but,
Orlando,
that made it through, as opposed to here are the Lakers who really, with the trade deadline, also made the big move to change their team. Part of that play, like we just got to get into the play-in, and they did, and then here. They've kind of followed that map. There was an avenue for them, and they've taken advantage of it.
They have, and it's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think the ratings are fine. You and I talked earlier today, about Harden and Embiid.
Yeah.
And the weirdness of that. We're going to get to last night's games here in a second. Charles Barkley had something to say about that last Friday that I remembered.
I do not like the fact that he was in there for a couple reasons. Number one, I think James plays differently when Joel's out there. In my opinion, he's got a mental block. He's not nearly as aggressive. I mean, it was night and day from game 1 to game 2. He plays totally different when Joel's out there. I would, if I was Joel, I said, James, do what you did Monday night. Don't worry about me. I know when the game's on the line, that's why I got the MVP trophy. Let me play defense and win a game in the fourth quarter.
I don't know that Charles is wrong.
Yeah, I don't either.
And I don't know that that's a Joel Embiid problem. Although, to Charles's point, if it hasn't happened already, if Joel went to James and said, I'd rather get 5 points and win than 35 points and lose. So you do you, dude.
Right.
You do you, and the better you do, the easier it's going to be for me.
Right.
They can't double me. They go double you. Great for me. Nobody can guard me one-on-one, blah, 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 blah. But if you're being timid, if you're being hesitant, that's not good.
Right.
It's not going to work out. Yesterday, couple of games. First off, the Miami Heat.
Rebound number 13 for number 13. And that should do it. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinal belongs to the Heat. And they lead this series 3 games to 1.
3 games to 1. The Miami Heat lead. Miami leads the series 3-1. Here's the interesting thing. Well, there's a lot of interesting things. Fellas, did you know? When you have home court advantage in the playoffs, it is, I wouldn't say impossible, but it is incredibly low possibility to lose a series in 5 games if you have home court advantage. Think about that. If the New York Knicks lose the next game, this will be the 3rd time Tom Thibodeau has accomplished that feat. Yeah.
There go, tips.
Tip. That's a guy that I think is probably also going to be hanging out with Mike Budenholzer for a minute.
Wow.
There's a shelf life. And I think that there is actually I think there's a non-zero chance that Tom Thibodeau could be coaching his last games as a head coach in the NBA here. I feel like Tom Thibodeau is more of a college guy.
Really?
Put Tom Thibodeau in college and let him run those kids into the ground, and they only have to deal with him. I mean, and I'm talking a major college. I'd love to see what Tom Thibodeau could do with a major program and where he gets free reign to do whatever he wants, and there's turnover every 2-3 years. Because I think he's a good coach.
Right. But that's hard to hear. Hard practices, yelling at you all the time.
Yeah, he may be going the Stan Van Gundy route.
Yeah.
Mando, what's going on?
What's going on, guys? I want to let everybody know that we're coming.
Who?
We're gonna light the beam all next year, and it's on and cracking like a Tuesday and Fridays. Everybody's gonna eat. 4th quarter Fox in the building like the ceiling. We're gonna be on their head like their hair, on their back like a T-shirt, and their ears like some headphones. We're gonna have LeBron, Antetokounmpo, whoever holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane. Murder rings coming. We're running with Barnes. Hey, I'm telling you, it's on and cracking like a Tuesday and Fridays. I love y'all. Sactown was cracking.
Love it, dude. I'm sorry.
There's a lot going on there.
Were those metaphors?
I don't know, but I was kind of wanted more. Holding on like a hubcap.
I always mix up a metaphor and a simile and all that stuff. I think those are metaphors. Oh, great.
I could hear more of that.
I could honestly hear that give me 5 good metaphors in a call. I'm a huge fan of that. We'll take a break. When we come back, Keegan Murray making first team like a boss. Thumbs up? Yeah, that's okay. Keegan Murray makes the all-rookie first team. We'll talk about it next.
It was an amazing season for the Sacramento Kings. The coach of the year.
These honors don't come around often, and so you're very appreciative of them.
The clutch player of the year.
Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
And a return to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years.
16 seasons of frustration. Sacramento has clinched the playoffs.
Keep it on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for all your Kings off-season news.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts,
with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
ACR Solar and Home Services is here to help you, just like they helped me. Jason Ross here, and ACR did a great job for my family, bringing their impeccable reputation and great workmanship to keep my family covered with a brand new roof. Now we're comfortable and dry during Sacramento's rainy season, knowing our home's structural integrity is protected. Our value is increased, and the home itself, well, it's looking and functioning at its best. The proof, it's in our roof. Now, you could get this same quality experience with ACR Solar and Home Services. Just go to acrsolar.com now to sign up for a free estimate and see all that they have to offer, not only to protect your home and family during the cold and wet Sacramento weather, but also including premium made in the USA solar electric systems. That's acrsolar.com. ACR Solar and Home Services is bringing us all the highest quality, highest value, and integrity since 1979. Go to acrsolar.com. That's acrsolar.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-330-2929. That's 800-330-2929. 800-330-2929.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Family-owned Clark & Rush, celebrating 60 years of serving Sacramento. It's time to convert your gas water heater and furnace to electric. Just turn to the experts at Clark & Rush and Carrier. We electrify more homes than any other contractor in Sacramento. Plus, we'll help you get up to $6,500 in utility rebates. We'll even do the paperwork. Call or visit clark-rush.com.
Smart energy savings is what we do. Clark and Rush.
Call 916-245-2829.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday, I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the 6th most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, the game ball definitely goes in. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
This kind of fits in with Keegan Murray in this segment. 800. That's new season tickets that were sold by the Chicago Bulls in between the 1984 draft and Michael Jordan's regular season debut. 1,200 new season tickets sold by the Chicago Blackhawks in the first 24 hours after winning the 2023 lottery and getting the rights to Connor Bedard. I'm not a hockey guy, but I appreciate the sport. I spent they have a compilation of 5 minutes of Connor Bedard scoring goals. And I started just going down this rabbit hole of reading scouting reports and hearing some people comparing him to Steve Yzerman, but most comparing him to Sidney Crosby as an absolute generational talent. He's 5'10", 185, but he's 18. He turns 18 in July, and he will be the number one pick in the NHL draft. And it got me thinking, it's always nice when you go through the ebbs and flows of sports through the years that there's a non-zero chance that you are going to have at least two generational talents coming in this year in both Victor Wembanyama and Connor Bedard in the NHL. And who knows? I mean, baseball and football, right? I can't pick off the top of my head and who can ever project that type of thing. Or, by the way, they might both be busts, or one of them is. A lot of times it works out that way too. But I don't know what it is. I always like seeing the next person.
It's exciting.
And sometimes, it's LeBron James.
Right.
And sometimes it's Bryce Harper, who has won an MVP and had a wonderful career. Yet still, we talk about Tiger Woods. We talk about LeBron James, guys that met and or exceeded expectations that were heavy. And I've always felt like Bryce Harper's the one that never gets talked about quite enough because he had very similar expectations. And I don't think Bryce Harper has met those expectations yet.
He's not far off.
He's not far off at all. It's impossible expectations.
Yeah.
Guy's got an MVP. Guy's got a world championship, right? Doesn't he? No. Does Bryce Harper have a title?
Wait a minute.
Am I tripping?
With the Nats?
Yeah.
Is he on the Nats or was he already on the Phillies?
Was he already on the Phillies? No, he does not have a title. I apologize. But 7-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, 2-time Silver Slugger Award. That's a really good career.
Yes, it is.
I mean, let me ask you this. We'll go way off track.
And
here
is he 30 yet?
Bryce Harper he turned 30 in October.
Okay.
And my dad still is proud of the SI cover he has that he still has saved with Bryce Harper at 16 years old. I think he got his GED and was playing in Vegas or something. And now the kid's 30.
Yeah.
Is that a Hall of Fame career?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Famer.
But you want more. Yeah.
I personally, you personally, I know we don't. I know we can appreciate. But I think by definition, the expectations put on this guy, you have to be Tiger Woods. You have to be those guys.
Well, and if like Mike Trout's career, I know he didn't have the hype coming in by any stretch of these other guys, but if his career keeps going the way it has, and then it ends, and in 20 years, someone's trying to explain Mike Trout, you're like, why is he considered one of the best of all time? You'll look at statistics, but what's the Mike Trout moment you have in your memory?
What is the memorable Mike Trout moment? I couldn't specifically. I can give you a bunch of home runs and a bunch of great defensive plays.
Sure. Striking out the World Baseball Classic against Ohtani.
Okay.
Well, here's one. If you were a guy who's a certain Hall of Famer, a 14-time All-Star who won several MVPs, several Gold Gloves, batting champion, led the league in home runs twice and all that, but never had a title. See, for me, weirdly enough, and I know that PEDs have clouded it, what is Mike Trout's closest comparison career arc? It's Barry Bonds, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A guy who is a transcendent, generational hitter. There are people that say that Mike Trout is on pace to be the greatest offensive player of all time, and those are a lot of metrics that go into that. Better than Barry Bonds even, which I have a hard time ever believing.
Yeah.
But no title.
But yeah, true. But I feel like at least Bonds has the home run, whether you count it or not, the home run record.
Yeah.
A home run season, historical watch. And I think a few more moments to me than certainly several more moments than Trout does.
I don't know why, but Barry Bonds, well, listen, I think of Barry Bonds, I think of him, that beautiful left-handed swing, and I think of the arms immediately raised when he hits a home run.
Right.
But I also think of, and this is Jim Rome's fault, I think of him not being able to throw out Sid Bream from deep short. When
deep short.
I mean, that was Jim Rome's line, and it's one of the best lines of all time. The funny thing about Barry Bonds is that people tend to forget Barry stinking Bonds had 8 Gold Gloves. What?
Yeah.
Although I think some of those were, hey, here you go.
Here's a Gold Glove. Hey.
You look at a guy like Keegan Murray.
Yeah.
A whole different ballgame. Because here's the funny thing. This is what expectations can do. Keegan Murray had a great year. Keegan Murray had a record-breaking year.
Yes, he did.
Keegan Murray exceeded or met pretty much every expectation anyone had for him, especially here in Sacramento. Keegan Murray looks like after 1 year, let's calm down, but after 1 year looks like a better draft pick than Jaden Ivey. The fit, the thing, the attitude, the IQ, the whole thing. Not that Ivey doesn't have attitude, IQ, all that. I'm just talking about Murray's attributes. But put Murray 3 picks higher. What if there was a deep dive with Stephen A. or Mike Greenberg about the Keegan Murray generational talent's been on the list since he was 10 years old. It's kind of a disappointing year for Keegan Murray. I mean, it was fine. It was great. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so funny what expectations can do.
Yeah, and I think for him, for this Kings organization, we talked a lot about this year where the success was this year was fit with Coach Brown. I think Coach Fit with Keegan was perfect for him and for this team. What they needed from him, what he probably needed to be surrounded by, perfect.
There's no better combination of pick, as far as how high the pick was, talent, and fit in this entire draft than Keegan Murray.
Yeah.
Paolo Banchero is your rookie of the year, and he deserved it.
Uh-huh. No debate.
I don't know what Paolo Banchero is doing on Sacramento. And I don't know. We talked about this
Yeah.
throughout the year. For Sacramento Kings fans, Keegan Murray, and really the situation is such an anomaly because we've gone through it before. I remember, I'm old enough to remember Tyreek Evans in 25-5. I'm old enough to remember DeMarcus Cousins getting the keys to the castle pretty much his rookie year and running the show from every year then on. I'm old enough to remember us all sitting around dreaming of what Ben McLemore could do for us, what Jimmer Fredette would do for us. Stauskas would do for us, what Thomas Robinson would do for us, Willie Cauley-Stein would do for us. Hell, Jason Thompson out of Ryder. You know, you had Kings fans, myself included. You know what? This is a walking double-double guy, man.
Bagley.
Marvin Bagley, the savior of the franchise, the number 2 pick in the draft, and the dunk on Mo Wagner at the Summer Classic about 2 minutes in that let everybody in Sacramento know that the days of losing are soon going to be coming to an end. You had somebody brought this up yesterday, Olden Polonese that year, saying they recycled this take, and I'm not picking on OP. I thought Thomas Robinson was going to be. We've all had these takes, but saying that if healthy, that Marvin Bagley could be the type of generational offensive talent, very similar to a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I will still maintain till the end of time that Marvin Bagley being healthy would be a complete and totally different. And by the way, I'm not ready to close a book on Marvin Bagley either.
Yeah.
You know, although he does need to learn to use, alternate hands, and he's not going to, break any assist records.
Right.
That being said, Keegan Murray, back to it. We were so happy that Keegan Murray didn't get saddled with that type of savior complex that has been thrust on players in Sacramento over the years and has probably been thrust on Paolo Banchero, is probably thrust on Jabari Smith Jr. I think Chet Holmgren's going to come into a little bit of a different situation next year.
Yeah.
but it's tough. And Keegan just got to sit back and learn from some pretty amazing players, by the way.
I think the last two first-team all-rookie guys for the Kings have been in that spot. The other one was Tyrese. Like, he was asked to be an important piece, but no one – I don't think people brought him in the draft, especially because he was a guard. It's like you already had De'Aaron.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, not sure how this will work, but you're going to have two guys that will be what could be a pretty good backcourt for the future.
Yes.
Where Keegan was not asked to be like, this is Sabonis and Fox and crew, a piece of the puzzle. Now, as he gets better, that's where you want it to happen. Is if Keegan becomes the best player on this team, that's great for the team. But that's not in year one, probably not in year two. That may be over time. So those other guys are put in that spot right away on losing teams. I mean, Keegan's the only guy in the first or second team to be on a playoff team.
Yeah.
He's also a starter on a playoff team.
Did he have the most points of any rookie? Wasn't either the most points of any rookie or more points than all the rest of the rookies combined in the playoffs?
Probably not a lot of rookies. I mean, generally you get drafted in the lottery, you're on a team that's not very good, and you don't turn it around that quickly. Well, the Kings weren't that good the year before as far as record-wise. Their other pieces helped them get to where they needed to, along with Keegan.
Yeah.
And so now I think you've seen it, you've been through it, and to me it's an off-season of development for Keegan Murray to understand the league, understand his role, and elevate his game.
And in a year of tremendous moves and great decisions, are we in a place now where we can look back 82 games ago plus and say, what a brilliant move it was by Mike Brown to start KZ Okpala in those first two games? I'm going to settle with the fact, after I've seen a year of Mike Brown, I'm going to settle into the fact that I'm pretty sure he and the rest of the staff had Keegan Murray starting the whole time.
Yeah, wasn't it? There was something with Keegan. He was hurt like a finger or something. Or was that?
I thought that was later. No? Was it at the beginning?
I think he was out the first two games. I don't think he just didn't start for that. I don't know. I have to look that up again.
I could be wrong. But I know that there was a lot
I know he didn't start the first two.
Yes. And I know there was a lot because I remember the yelling about, like, start Keegan Murray.
Maybe it was only game one that he was hurt.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like Mike Brown in the back of his head was like, I want the kid to watch a little NBA basketball at first. I want to set the tone right away that we're here to help develop you. But you got a whole year of Keegan Murray developing.
Yeah.
While he broke that record. And while he became a major contributor to that start, he wasn't just like, they weren't just like me in golf yesterday. They weren't just getting carried by the rest of the team. He was an integral part of the team that helped open up and unlock more of De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, which is why when you put that together with Herter when he's on, and whether it's Barnes or a Barnes replacement, you only have to think the scariest thing about Keegan Murray is that I feel like you saw 25% of his game last year.
And if that's the case, that is scary.
That is incredible, especially considering he's under a rookie contract for a while.
He didn't play the first two games.
He did not play the first. And then did he start his third game?
Let me get that for sure, because I don't know that he did, because I think he had a really good game, and people were saying, like, when is he going to start? And then they finally
That's
did.
what I remember the whole when is he going to start thing. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness, brought to you by Fire Wings, Nikola Jokic, and the decision made by the front office. Best series so far. We know what it was in the first round. What was it in the second round? And we go back to Phoenix for Game 5 against the Nuggets tonight. We'll do all that next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
What's the official count, by the way? Do we have an official count for Star Wars references from Rami today?
I have
just gosh damn ridiculous.
I have 16. 17. I have 17 here.
Again, it's felt like 700 to me, but
averaging 5 an hour.
I think I'm missing a few.
Dunk on you.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Great team. Where's the defense? Defense. Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Keegan had COVID, Dave. That's what it was at the very beginning of the year. Missed the first game, came off the bench in the second game, and then by game, which was game 4 for the team, he started.
I think COVID had to take medicine so it could try to survive Keegan. That's what I think happened. We don't screw around with Keegan Murray's immune system. It was in and out there. Coming up in the next segment.
Surprised the Cyborg could get COVID, but
exactly.
More on that later.
Oh, I have COVID. It is your birthday.
Sorry, COVID.
Coming up in the next segment, the Kings offered Tyrese Halliburton for who? Okay. In the meantime, Jay Mars, corner of the store. Nobody operates it quite like him. Jay, want to remind everybody, Jay Mars and I will be together, I believe, all week long next week.
Is that next week?
That is next week.
Okay.
Because Jason Ross is going to go play golf.
But there will be a guest with us, at least for this segment. Our friends at Fire Wings. 21 different flavors to choose from. Fire Wings, just wing it.
Just wing it.
Yum.
The NBA chose to fine Nikola Jokic instead of suspending him for the shove on Suns Governor Matt
Flop
Ishbia. I'm going to struggle with that for a while.
It is weird.
Did the NBA get this right?
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't. I think they got it right with Jokic. I need to see Ishbia be fined, and I need that fine to be announced. Listen, dude. Again, if you were a fan, you're ejected. And I don't need to see Ishbia fined for flopping. He's not an NBA player. What I do need to see Ishbia fined for is breaking a fan code of conduct, which is interfering with the game. The ball fell into his hands, fine.
Yeah.
He's holding on to the ball, that's fine. When they ask for it back, you don't rip it away from the player that's reaching for it. You politely hand the ball to the player. Jason, you've been down low. I've been down low. Jay, I'm sure you have too. A ball comes to you in any form of game. You know what you do? You hold it on your hand like a platter and wait for the ref or whoever to come grab it. And it's not hard. That's the whole thing. You have an owner, and I'm sorry, but they should be set to higher standards. Sorry, dude, for you being a billionaire and owning a team, but now that comes with higher standards. You're representing the management aspect of the league. You rip the ball clearly away from Nikola Jokic when he was attempting to grab it. That's a fine. And I think that fine should have been double what Jokic got.
Yeah. Any chance, and I think I know the answer, but there's no chance they did a fine without us knowing.
I think there's a probability they did a fine without us knowing, but that's garbage.
They want us to know
that's the thing.
They're transparent on a lot of other things.
I don't know if it's a situation where they're trying to protect a new owner. I don't know if it's a slap on the wrist, like, hey, this is your one. I don't know what it is, but it's not difficult, dude. 25 to Jokic, 50 to Ishbia. I think it's fair. Move on. The fact that Ishbia didn't get fined at all, I think is stupid.
Good job, NBA.
Good job, NBA. Number 2.
Question 2.
The Kings and Warriors were the best series of the first round. What's been the best series of the second round so far?
I'm going to say best and most watchable because I think they're two different things. I think the best series so far, and there's 2 on the table there, but I think the best series so far, weirdly, has been the Celtics and Sixers. That has been completely unpredictable, and you can't tell who's winning what game. Apologies to the Nuggets and Suns, but the most watchable to me, weirdly enough, has been the Lakers Warriors. There's a lot of, and the games have not been the best per se, but I don't know if it's a LeBron Steph thing. I don't know if it's which generational talent is going to have their momentum stop. But I find myself most drawn to that game, and some of that might be regional bias as well.
Yeah, I mean, also, who the Kings just played. You're kind of intrigued. I think a lot of fans here are rooting against both teams. I think there were moments in yesterday's game 4 that was really high level basketball moments, and then at the end you're going, why are the Warriors taking those shots? What are you doing? Why Draymond? What? Like there's some head scratching. But with that being said, to me, I think it's clearly Phoenix and Denver. The shot making that has been played, the intensity,
very high level.
Murray and Jokic have been great. Booker and Durant have been amazing. It's been incredible basketball. To me, it's that series. That's been awesome.
I think what's funny is you're right. And I think I'm kind of a victim of.
I'm watching the Lakers-Warriors one very closely, but I think the other one's been amazing.
There's no question that the Nuggets and Suns has been a better series. But again, I think I'm maybe a victim, like a lot of people are, to the characters involved.
Yeah.
Denver Phoenix just isn't they don't have as exciting a characters to me. And it's like, hold on, you have Durant, you have Booker, you have the 2-time MVP, you've got Jamal Murray.
You have Jeff Green.
Thank you. You have Michael Malone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we've got, and then there's Miami and the Knicks. Hey, great job, Miami. All right. Jay, I want your answer on this.
That's like the most nostalgic one to me.
Yeah, it's the 90s.
The Knicks and the Heat. I think it's the Celtics and the Sixers.
Yeah, I think you make arguments for both.
Yeah, but for me, like that was actually the one I was most intrigued by outside of Warriors and Lakers going in, and I've actually thought it's held up much better than Warriors and Lakers.
I think the thing is it's a taste thing. I think if you say it's the Nuggets and Suns, you maybe are more prone to enjoying beautiful offense. And I think the difference with the Celtics-Sixers series is there's a little bit more of a defensive edge.
I like the grit and grind of that series.
And that's just a taste thing, I think, more than anything else. Number 3.
Question 3.
Suns point guard Chris Paul, speaking of them, is out tonight for Game 5 against the Nuggets. With the team going 2-0 in his absence, this may be a good thing.
You know, you hate recency bias and, you know, what is it? Correlation isn't causation, or whatever that saying is.
Yep, definitely that one.
They are 2-0 without Chris Paul, and they do look. There are some things I think that open up without Chris Paul. Weirdly enough, what I think becomes very interesting is what if Phoenix wins tonight? And Chris Paul is available for Game 6. What does Monty do?
Tie his shoes together.
Yeah, just maybe kick him in the back of the thigh. Or,
I don't think you need to do that. Just flick it.
Just flip what his
thigh, just bah!
His thigh. Maybe challenge him to a speed walking competition.
Wow.
He wins those.
He does win those, but you know what?
This is Chris Paul for New Balance.
I always appreciate the handshake and then the hand on Steve's shoulder at the end of the power walking contest. It tells me Chris Paul has sportsmanship on.
He cares.
He does.
Yeah.
No flopping. Jason, I don't. It's you know what? I like the way the question's phrased, and I'll agree with it. It's maybe a good thing. It may be
until it's not.
Yeah,
they win tonight. It's a good thing, right?
Very much so.
Because if they win in Denver, that's a statement, and then go home and end that series. I think right now what they've done is they've played differently, and what's been different is they've played faster with Cameron Payne.
Yes,
and I guess faster has been helpful in this series. So again, you'd rather have Chris Paul, his experience, his knowledge, his skill set, but if you have a different player in there and you can play a different way, and that benefits you in a series. You take advantage of that. So good for Cameron Payne to play at a quicker pace, to try to run the Nuggets a little bit more than they have been, and it's been beneficial.
We'll take a break now.
They might as well call him the president because it's been a great campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting the score. Dave's the Russian judge, by the way, usually. What's it say? I can't.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, good job, Vlad.
8.6.
Yeah.
Thank you for being fair, Jason.
That means you can only have 1.4 of a point better of a joke ever.
It was good.
Like Nadia Comaneci drops a great joke. And it's
6.5.
Again, he's the Russian judge.
Style, delivery. I think he hit all the notes. He stuck the landing.
Coming up next, Carmichael Putin.
Now that we do have a 4-minute break, so that might be accurate. We'll take
that was a 10.
That was that when we come back. The Kings offered who? For what? We'll tell you the report next.
It was an amazing season for the Sacramento Kings. The coach of the year.
These honors don't come around often, and so you're very appreciative of them.
The clutch player of the year.
Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
And a return to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years.
16 seasons of frustration. Sacramento has clinched the playoffs.
Keep it on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for all your Kings off-season news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Tuesday. Grab a jacket, a cool start to the day. We have scattered clouds and will be partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon, but staying dry. Expect highs in the lower 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
A nice warm shower is not so nice if it doesn't drain like it should. Well, let's fix that right now. Get a sewer inspection, including mainline drain cabling and video analysis, just $97. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531, 808-2531.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. Spring officially here. And with the long, cold, and rainy winter behind us, I'm sure you're counting the days until summer. But don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioner is working efficiently and, most importantly, safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from American Energy Heat and Air. There's nothing worse than your air conditioner going out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today and make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call, 916-520-9990, or schedule your appointment online at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Better Business Bureau, A+ rating. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Easy, convenient payment options, same as cash, low monthly payments through financing partners. What do you need? 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the sixth most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character, They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, game ball definitely goes in. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing?
Great.
I was
having a moment.
It took me a second to see if that was the beat or if you were having an intestinal issue.
Yes.
Very, very similar. Let's hop over to Sixers Wire, shall we? It's like Niners Wire, but for the Sixers.
Oh, okay. What did they talk about?
They're talking about your Sacramento Kings, Jason Ross.
Yes.
According to Kai Carlin, I'm a big Kai Carlin fan.
Cobra
Kai Carlin. As the Philadelphia 76ers, excuse me, we're in the process of trying to make sure they get the right pieces in a return for a Ben Simmons trade. It was obvious their focus was on James Harden. However, there was another player on the table. Per Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports, the Sacramento Kings had Tyrese Halliburton on the table before they decided to send him to the Pacers in the Sabonis deal. Excuse me, I'm still I apologize.
Choked up.
Yuck. It didn't matter that Sacramento, according to league sources, had put future All-Star Tyrese Halliburton on the proverbial table, nor the conversations with Atlanta that would have shed Tobias Harris's contract along with Simmons and his disinterest in sticking around to Philly. Now, this is again Sixers Wire. Halliburton would have been an excellent addition, as he can also score and make plays for others at a high level, but he isn't at Harden's level at just this stage just yet. I don't know if I'm the Sixers. Nothing against James Harden, but Embiid, Harris, and Tyrese Halliburton. And by the way, different contracts. They're not factoring that in either. Even if you want to say James Harden is better than Tyrese Halliburton, and that's fine. Is he $30-something million better than Tyrese Halliburton? Right. Now, weirdly enough, I'm trying to think this through. In order for a Halliburton Ben Simmons trade to have worked,
more had to go back.
That's not a 1-for-1
no,
at
it is
all.
not.
So let's start with the easy one, Rashawn Holmes, and probably Harrison Barnes.
Yeah. For the guy you still are interested in Ben Simmons.
Listen, first off, full stop. Good move, Monty.
Mm-hmm.
You made the right move. And I would rather have Domantas Sabonis than Ben Simmons. And by the way, I would have rather had Domantas Sabonis at the time I was begging for Ben Simmons. Mm-hmm. I've been a Sabonis guy for a very long time. And what Ben Simmons has, or more to the point, has not done over the last few years of his career. And by the way, some of the things he's done during his career are certainly give you pause. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. Look, if you're in a situation in this offseason where Brooklyn's looking to just get away from Ben, and you have an opportunity, let's say, to go, what do we say that worked? I think it was Rashawn Holmes and a signed and traded Harrison Barnes for Ben Simmons. Yeah. Yes, and I completely understand if there's people out there that go, are you stupid? Like, are you kidding me? Does this guy even want to play basketball? I think we figured it out. You're committing to $70+ million over the next 2, or it might be $90 million over 3. I don't have the contract numbers in front of me. But you're also now plugging in Ben Simmons in a lineup that would feature De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Huerter, Ben Simmons, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. And my pitch would simply be this. If it's the Ben Simmons you got before that shot or non-shot for the Sixers in the Hawks series, it's a steal. It's an absolute steal. You're getting one of the more elite defenders in the NBA on a team that needs elite defenders. You're getting a guy that can absolutely guard 4 positions and in a pinch can guard 5 positions. He literally is, you can just sweep him right into an all-NBA first team if he's playing 70-plus games. You have to know that he's, first off, physically healthy. You have to be able to look at his medical records and know beyond the shadow of any doubt, not that you can predict if he's going to get hurt later on, but that he is currently healthy. And then, oh, by the way, I'd have him go see a sports psychologist. And I'd say, Ben, we need to figure out if you want to play the game.
Yeah.
We're giving up a lot. But this is the exact type of move that small markets need to make in order to take a big swing for real big rewards. I would be fine with it for that type of trade.
Sure. Here's where I was maybe when this was even being talked about or rumored about at the trade deadline over a year ago. And here's how it's changed for me, Dave, on this. It's honestly less about Simmons now to me. It's more about the Kings. And part of it was you want to trade whatever that is. What we didn't know what the unknown version of and maybe still to this date of Ben Simmons is to this organization. That doesn't seem like the organization that's going to rehab that guy. But here's where it's changed. In 1 year, this might be the exact organization. I mean, the Kings aren't in as much disarray. The Kings now have an identity. Now, maybe you could make the argument, well, no, you don't want to mess with that, but sometimes you do have to take some risks. I don't even know if I'm necessarily a proponent for it, but I think it makes actually more sense now than maybe even then when they were at that time. If you had Fox and Halliburton, the streak was still going on. You were at Alvin Gentry, so you'd already removed Luke Walton. You knew you probably weren't keeping Alvin Gentry, so it's like, wait, what are you even going to be?
Yeah.
Now you have a much better idea of what you are and where you're going, and is he the type of guy that can help you get there? I think talent-wise, no doubt.
No doubt.
I don't
talent-wise.
Yeah, I don't know the other part, but it also might be less risky now, especially on the parameters of what you're not giving him Tyrese Halliburton. Now you're talking about if they would do it of a Holmes and Barnes. I don't even know if that's even realistic, but that to me is far more intriguing than, like when you say a name, it's like, well, what are you giving up and what are the circumstances? Well, now the circumstances have changed and the names seem different. So more intrigued by it, but I don't know if it's a reality. But back then, I think that would have been a mess.
I completely agree with you. And in retrospect, absolutely. The fact that, and Monty was looking to make a big swing.
Mm-hmm.
And
he did.
Simmons would have been a big swing.
Sabonis is a big swing.
Sabonis is
and moving Halliburton is a huge
swing.
swing. Yeah,
100%. The whole Simmons thing is just so damn intriguing because it's so hit or miss. It's so hit or miss.
I mean, you're also not the one that signed him to the deal. You'd be the one that would be trading for him, but you're like the 13. You're just trying to see if you're the one that can get it right, but you want to feel like you're at the lower risk part of it, and I think this would be the lower risk than it was a year plus ago.
I think so. I think worst case scenario, you're losing somebody that you probably were losing anyways in Barnes, which it looks like, who knows, but it looks like that's where it's trending. Rashawn Holmes isn't, really, honestly, it's not necessarily, I don't want to throw Barnes into anything because he's so damn important to this team, but it's not so much what you're giving up. Player-wise, it's what you're tying up
right
in money, because it's really gonna handcuff you.
Mm-hmm.
You're also probably putting Ben Simmons in the best culture he's ever been in, which is weird to say when you're talking about Sacramento, but it's true. Be very curious to see how he plays for Team. He's playing for Team Australia this summer.
Mm-hmm.
A little curious about that. Number one, curious to see what he looks like, what his game looks like at a lower. Let's be honest, it's not the NBA. But also the fact that he's electing to play free basketball this summer. That intrigues me a little bit, because I think I don't think there's any argument to Ben Simmons's talent level.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's plenty of really good arguments on his physical level and on his mental level, which, by the way, ties in a little bit to his game.
Well, wouldn't there be some on the talent level, and maybe it's tied, like you said?
The mental, comment, the shots, the 3-point.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I mean, how much of that is mental and how much of that is, I don't think he's Markelle Fultz with a broken shot back in the day.
Right.
I think he just does not have any interest in stretching the floor whatsoever. But really, it's a defense guy. If you look at Ben Simmons, first and foremost, as a defensive wizard, and then move into his playmaking. We haven't talked about that. The playmaking, something I'd love to see, but we're way, I know there's people that are dead set against that type of thing, and I get it.
Yeah.
I 100% get it. Always looking for ways to improve the team, which is why Monty constantly listens to me when I bring up all my awesome ideas. All right, we'll take a break. First off, I want to tell you, you know how many ideas I threw at Monty last year that he listened to?
Would it be like 20? More?
21 different ideas. One for each flavor at Firewings. That's right. Hey, it's Tuesday. Did you know that Tuesday is the most active weekday for eating out or eating in from somewhere? I don't have anything to support that, but I feel like it probably is. And if it's not, make it today. I also think Tuesday's... I
swear you got me with that one.
I saw you look like this. Really? I think today's boneless wing day as well at Firewings. They've always got some sort of cool specials going on. And as we always say, 21 different flavors. 21! Whether it's peanut butter, whether it's breaded Malaysian curry, whether it's... look, you have, and for those of you traditionalists, you have your buffalo and lemon pepper, salt and pepper, which is so underrated. Soaked in buttermilk all night long. That's why they're so tender and juicy, just like Jack. You can order your Firewings right now. Have them ready to pick up whenever the heck you want this afternoon, this evening. Go there for lunch. Whatever you want to do. Just go to firewings.com. Find the location nearest you. You tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. Firewings. Just wing it. We'll take a break when we come back. Hey, let's check in on the dumpster fire that is the Oakland A's and their relocation. They're now shockingly looking at other sites. Who foresaw this? We'll talk about it next.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Thinking that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The newest, most exciting race cars are coming to WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca May 12th through 14th for the Motul Course de Monterey, powered by Hyundai. North America's premier sports car series brings intense wheel-to-wheel racing. And there's plenty of family fun too, including go-karts, a Ferris wheel, and a kids zone. Get your tickets now by calling 831-242-8200. That's 831-242-8200 or visit WeatherTechRaceway.com. Enjoy Mother's Day weekend May 12th through 14th in beautiful Monterey.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
Oh, the Oakland A's. Hey, honest to God question. And I'll ask you that question right after we get to Mitch. Hi, Mitch.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good show. Hey, the more you talk about this trade, I'm starting to like it. I hope he can get his, mental stress out of it. I hope he can get himself back together. But I hope he's not bumping De'Aaron Fox as a point guard.
No.
I like him to be a point forward or point center. He should become a center. I mean, the center is not such a dying position. He's 6'10". Doesn't like to shoot. He just rebound, block shots, and assists. That'll help a team easily. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Can you talk to his agent?
I will. I will talk to his. I'm going to talk to his agent, not today, but tomorrow. And before we let you go, Mitch, because you've called for many years, and I appreciate that. And I'm insecure, and I enjoy compliments. Well, you said good show so far. What was your favorite part of the show so far today?
I can't catch everything. I am making my deliveries to FedEx.
What are you delivering today?
Packages, whatever's inside. Mainly letters. Mother's Day is around the corner. I deliver quite a few flowers to these Footy Farms. Better flowers than COVID medicine. It's a lot easier on the back too.
Oh, I'll bet. Thank you, buddy, and keep going. Mitch out there working, listening to sports radio. I think he's on the East Coast, isn't he? I know he obviously has the East Coast accent, but I think he's actually in New Jersey.
I'm out here delivering.
Hey, serious question, guys. Worst flailing ownership. The Maloofs or John Fisher?
John Fisher. And my reasoning for that is, I guess now, because I'm now backdating things, but I always felt like there were potential legitimate plans that the Maloofs had. And maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know how serious some of them, but Anaheim was serious. Certainly Seattle was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Is Vegas happening? Like, what's really the plan there?
Also, the Maloofs were, by NBA standards, broke.
Yeah.
I'll be very clear about that. In real life, they're rich. But NBA life, they're broke. John Fisher is top 10, I believe, in owners when it comes to net worth.
Yeah.
And you're still failing. You have money.
I honestly think that the Maloofs come off as far better owners than, they were never evil. They got broke and they were scrambling. Trust me, I'm not standing in front of the Maloofs like they're heroes or anything, but ultimately they wanted to get something done here, and they, blame them, high standards, stupid Carl's Jr. commercials, whatever it is. John Fisher just seems like he's just wants to screw Oakland. It's a completely different thing. So now the Oakland A's are revisiting other Vegas sites as the legislative process lags. They just can't see. And by the way, one of those sites they're revisiting is the one that was offered to them for $1, which for all we know now, maybe the casino is going to play hardball and make it $2. Oh, right. This is making the A's look bad. It's also making baseball look bad. I think if you had a basketball or football team that was available like this, cities would be as they were with the Kings, jumping all over each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a Seattle for Oakland. I don't think there's a secret. And now, granted, also, I don't think there's a market as major as Seattle that doesn't have a baseball team. It's a different thing. Seattle was kind of a unicorn in that scenario, but this is looking horrible, and I don't know that anyone. I want the A's in Sacramento.
Yeah.
If with the big asterisk of if they can't stay in Oakland.
Right. But to your point, you're right. Like the NBA, for any team that's ever in trouble in the NBA, they can always hang Seattle over them, right? Over that city. Now, I don't think Vegas is that, not threat, but that team that could be, that city, that location that could be hung over team. So, I mean, this isn't surprising, though, is it to you?
That the A's are bumbling?
Yeah.
No, I don't know that it's surprising anyone.
Right.
The only thing that surprises me is that when you're a guy like John Fisher, and as Jay mentioned, you have $2 billion plus, you have access. You may not be a smart man. You may not understand how business works because you inherited your money. But you've also been around this world for much, if not all of your life. And your money gives you access to the best of the best. At the very least, and, listen, he's been on the show many times, and I have nothing bad to say personally about him. But if I'm John Fisher, I fired Dave Cavill about a year ago, and I bring in the Wolf. I'm bringing in Harvey Keitel to close things out here. And now I also acknowledge, by the way, Dave Cavill comes from the Chris Granger school of running things. He is a highly regarded executive, and I 100% acknowledge that Dave Cavill may be the fall guy in all of this, because ultimately he's following the whims of an erratic owner that's giving him impossible tasks. And because John Fisher is never seen, he's never heard, in some aspects, I really almost, and I know A's fans cringe at this, I almost feel for Dave Cavill, because put yourself in that same spot. Now, your argument may be, if I'm Dave Cavill, I would have resigned a long time ago and kept my reputation. And that's a well-placed point you have there. But I don't for a minute believe that Cavill is necessarily incompetent. He's being ordered around by an incompetent.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about Cavill, the way the assignment probably went, I can't remember the exact timeline that he came on, but everything at that time was pointing towards new in Oakland, or in that general area, Jack London Square, and down there.
Yes.
So that's more of a heroic potential feel like. If this gets done, this is the way I'm perceived within this organization. Things have changed along the way. So it is a tough spot for him to be in.
I want to switch gears in the last few minutes here. This is an unfortunate story on all different levels. Do you remember the story of Bills punter Matt Araiza?
I do.
Matt Araiza, coming out of school, an incredibly highly regarded punter. Matt Araiza was arrested and accused, I should say, of, and trigger warning, if you've got kids in the car or something, this is a tough story. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds. If you want to switch channels, I give you permission only until 8 o'clock, please. But again, trigger warning here, guys. Matt Araiza was accused of participating in a gang rape at a party back in October of 2021. The deputy district attorney spoke on this. There is now a 200-page transcript on this case. Now, here's a little background. He was accused of they're calling it sexual misconduct, which seems light. In a lawsuit back in August of 2022, a woman identified only as Jane Doe said he and 2 other men assaulted her at a Halloween-themed party at his San Diego home. Jane Doe said in the suit she was 17 years old at the time she alleged she and Araiza had relations outside the home before he led her to a room in the house where he and 2 of his teammates assaulted her for over an hour. But by the way, in addition to that, in the process, he denied it adamantly, and was, I think at the time, 20 years old, 21. He was cut by the Buffalo Bills the day after the allegations were made public. He still remains an NFL free agent. But now, according to, as of yesterday, the district attorney and the district attorney's office, Araiza simply could not have participated in the alleged assault because their evidence showed that he left the party at 12:30 in the morning, an hour before the alleged incident occurred. Now, please keep in mind, this is the prosecutor, this is the district attorney saying this is not a defense attorney, and there are 200 pages of documents. I don't purport to be an attorney. I always say let the legal process take its course. And I am a big believer in believing and listening, and that there are horrors in this world towards women that need to be believed and prosecuted, and far more go on. Listen. However is a dumb word. If this young man did not have anything to do with this, and if this young man was wrongfully terminated, or let's just say terminated, and there is incontrovertible evidence that not only could he have not been present, But let's also allow for the fact, did you abet? Did you set up the suit? If his hands are completely clean of this whole thing, well, then that stinks too. That sucks. It's going to be very interesting to see not only how this story develops when it comes to his career, but also, there are several different publications reporting now that he could not have done it and basing it on this report. And unfortunately, Jason, the sad thing too is that this will now become a rallying cry in the future for many people correctly accused of something that, well, hey, look at what happened with this guy.
Sure.
Keep an eye on the story is my point. This is a developing story that will continue to develop over the next few days and a few weeks. We will take a break. When we come back, Keegan Murray, all rookie first team, will break down where he was on that list and go back into the draft itself. We'll do that next.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Handoff McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feel super, baby! The five-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
On your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Is your check engine light on? The free Fix Finder service reads your check engine, ABS, and maintenance lights. It even sends a detailed report directly to your email. When you need to get back on the road, AutoZone's free Fix Finder service is here. Get the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. Only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Tuesday. Grab a jacket, a cool start to the day. We have scattered clouds and we'll be partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon, but staying dry. Expect highs in the lower 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Growing a business brings pressure. It's not easy to maintain momentum and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. Their scalable HR solutions help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving my employees competitive benefit options. When my people are able to thrive, my business can adapt and prosper. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Are you ready to finance your first home or your next move? Well, let Safe Credit Union's local mortgage team help you get pre-approved before you start looking for that perfect home. Jason Ross here, and now through June 30th, get a $900 lender credit when you choose Safe Credit Union for your home lending needs. And Safe's mortgage team has an excellent record of personalized service because they're all about you. You'll know exactly what to expect and feel supported during each step of the process. Apply for a Safe home loan today at safecu.org/get900 and let Safe put you first. Safe Credit Union is an equal housing opportunity lender.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Maytag month has got it going on. It's all you want with the savings all month long. Baby, can't you see? Maytag month is all you need. You know you can't go wrong, and Maytag month is going on.
Upgrade to the performance you need on all Maytag major appliances during May is Maytag month, happening all month long.
Maytag month is going on.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the sixth most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, game ball definitely goes in. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth-quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
From the text line at 916-339-1140, my guy or girl, whoever this is, Matt, because I didn't answer their question. The Bucks position, guys, what's your take on getting that job? On who's getting that job? And do you think Jordi Fernandez is up for it? Well, number one, I think Jordi Fernandez is very likely going to be an NBA head coach next year. He's certainly in that list now, that merry-go-round of young coaches ready to go. He's compiled quite the resume. Mike Brown won Coach of the Year, but Jordi Fernandez was his lead, and very visible to other front offices when you look at what he was with this culture, how the players absolutely adore him, and he has a strong reputation as an X's and O's guy. I'm not going to say I'd be shocked if he wasn't a head coach next year. And I know that you have to take the job when it's available. But I also think if I'm Jordi Fernandez, and I understand he's not only young, but has a young family that he's starting, maybe if he is still here next year, I think part of that would be the pull of Mike Brown, the pull of unfinished business with this team, and maybe holding out for a really good job. That being said, yeah, if the Milwaukee Bucks call and say, hey, Jordi, would you like the job? You are already driving to Milwaukee. Sorry, Sacramento, but I'm going to go coach a top 2 seed in the East with a transcendent play. Yeah. I love the Kings and all, but no, you're sitting front row for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity, right? That's the challenge. That's the level he seemingly wants to get to, and it would be. I mean, a lot of times that first job you get is a lottery team that needs.
Yes.
Think about what Steven Silas had to go through in Houston. Yes. A couple of years of losing, ultimately to get fired. Like, you got a ready-made situation if any coach would want that one, I think.
We're going to talk at 9 a.m. about the Laker-Warriors series, and one of those questions is anything in this series making you feel differently about the Sacramento Kings? When it comes to the Kings, awards keep coming in. Really, the only awards left, unless I'm missing one, is All-NBA that we're waiting to see, De'Aaron and DeMontis. But Keegan Murray gets all-rookie first team. No surprise there. Got the 4th most votes on the first team. The only player on either the first or second team to be on a playoff team, and he was a starter on a playoff team. So let's go back just real quick because we have to do it. Now, to say, do you regret the pick of Keegan Murray would be silly and folly.
Yeah.
And I think also it's understandable for some Kings fans to say, well, hold on. Because I will tell you this, back in, 2009, 2010? Or 2000, what year was Tyreek Evans?
09.
09, thank you. Ask people about Tyreek Evans the year after.
Right.
The year after, he wins Rookie of the Year. He goes 25-5. And it's like, dude, you stole Tyreek Evans. He was a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Top 5 pick in a draft in a year where you had Blake Griffin, I think was number 1,
they had
but
17 wins the year before. You're thinking you're getting number 1. The penalty was number 4, but then they got the Rookie of the Year.
It was Blake Griffin 1, Harden was 3. Who was 2?
It seemed to be.
Oh God, that's
I believe.
I think you're right, actually. Not James Harden, it's James Harden, that's fine. But at the time, if I'm correct, I think James Harden, much like Benedict Mathurin, came off the bench for the Oklahoma City Thunder that year. And I believe the year after as well. So,
yeah, you're right. In fairness, look, we say that in the draft, you got to wait 3 years. This is a great first year for Keegan, but you have to wait a couple of years on the other guys. I mean, certainly it's incomplete right now in the number 2 pick in Holmgren. Yeah.
You're also looking at a guy in Keegan Murray. And let's just be honest here too. What was a little bit of the not knock, but when they were scouting Keegan, it was he's 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's the second straight year that Monty McNair has drafted a guy from a big school. I believe Davion was 22 as well when he came in. Keegan will be 23 come October. He turns 23 in August. So when you
look, a negative.
Yeah, terrible negative. But you look at a guy like Jaden Ivey.
Mm-hmm.
He just turned 21 in February. You mentioned Chet Holmgren. He just turned 21 last week. There are a number of Benedict Mathurin turns 21 next month.
Wow.
There are a number of players, including Jalen Williams, who many thought had Jalen Williams is 22. So when you look at the impactful players this year as rookies, Paolo Banchero, the Rookie of the Year, he hasn't turned 21 until November. That's scary. You can't judge 19, 20, 21-year-old kids is still what they are. And it's not like Keegan Murray's 30 either, but let's just hold our horses on Keegan Murray, steal of the draft, best player in the draft. I think it's safe to say Keegan Murray, the right pick for this team,
yes.
A damn good player.
Yeah, and so now you have to go to the people after Keegan that you said, Jaden Ivey, Benedict Mathurin, a few others that, Jalen Williams ends up getting on the all-rookie team.
Yeah.
I think they all would have been good Kings too, but you go with need, fit, personality, just all of it feels right for Keegan Murray here.
Well, and you and I talked too. I think we did our redraft.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to remember, didn't I move Murray down a spot? I think
you might have moved him down 1 or kept him right there.
I think I went Banchero. I think I kept Banchero. No, I know what I did. I went Banchero 1. I moved Walker Kessler up to number 2. And again, part of this also was thinking about Sacramento and their needs. I think I moved Chet Holmgren down to 3. And then I either kept Keegan where he was and went, I can't remember if I had Keegan and then Jalen Williams or Jalen Williams and then Keegan Murray, but I think he was drafted in the right spot. And I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that Paolo Banchero couldn't have had a great year with Sacramento, but let's put it this way. I can see a situation where if Keegan Murray went number 1 to Orlando and Paolo Banchero went number 4 to Sacramento, we might have a switch and Keegan Murray might be the Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. He's going to be taking 20 shots a game.
Yeah, and I think there's a guy still to me that did play rookie year that was allegedly going to go number one. Didn't have the year that some of those other guys did, but still had a good year, was Jabari Smith. I think he's going to be tremendous.
Yes.
Just,
I agree.
Sometimes you have to wait, development, situation. And the reality is some of these young rookies right now will be on a different team. Maybe it's a different team in a year or two that gives them an opportunity in a different setting that really lets them blossom.
I think one thing, and again, we're going back on the whole don't judge the draft yet. But I will say this, just going all the way into the second round here, Andrew Nembhard, I think, was better than a lot of people thought, was a nice little pickup for the Indiana Pacers. And then when you roll through the list of just people that stood out, Walker Kessler goes 22nd, and he already looks like a defensive cornerstone. And again, this is a guy who just turns 22 in July. Still wondering about Mark Williams with the Charlotte Hornets. This guy was just off the charts metric-wise. Ochai Agbaji, Jalen Williams, Jeremy Sochan had some great stretches for the San Antonio Spurs. Shaedon Sharpe, by the way, just his defense alone, not to mention he can jump out of the gym, is a guy I'm really excited about. Dyson Daniels, more on the defensive side, than Shaedon Sharpe. And then Mathurin, Ivy, Murray, Smith Jr., and Banchero. Honestly, the only guy that I'm looking at the top 9, Sochan, Daniels, Sharpe, Mathurin, Ivy, Murray, Jabari Smith Jr., Holmgren, and Banchero. The only disappointment in there, correct me if I'm wrong, is Holmgren, and that's because he was hurt.
Right. Again, incomplete. We don't know. He could still be the best of all of them at some point. Could be the bust of the draft. We have no idea.
Now imagine next year, and you have the Thompson brothers, you have Scoot Henderson, you have Victor Wembanyama, and Chet Holmgren are all rookies. NBA's in really good hands.
They are, and you hope. I mean, think about that. What if the Thunder, who didn't make the playoffs, remember they were in the play-in, if they somehow won the lottery, right? You go best play like Wembanyama. You have Holmgren. You just drafted Holmgren. You take Wembanyama, and you figure it out.
Yes, you go Fox Halliburton style. You absolutely have to do that. What if you're Houston and you win the lottery? And
Wembanyama.
Yeah, you get. I think that it's safe to say if Philly or Denver won the lottery, they're taking Wembanyama.
Yeah, I agree. I think I used to like it. Can't remember the last time when someone won the lottery. Remember what it used to be where they'd come out and they'd have like O'Neal or Ewing. They'd already have the jersey made, like the team, the representative, because they knew, this is who we're taking. Now they probably don't do it as much for suspense, but Cleveland knew they were going to take LeBron James when they won that lottery. Why can't you just come out with the James jersey? This is who we're going to take.
This is who we're taking.
We don't need to be on the clock. We got a month and a half till we're drafting, but this is who we're taking.
When you look at the teams most, right in there, most likely, I think Detroit is the one that really gets put out there with Victor Wembanyama. Detroit, the Rockets, the Spurs. By the way, don't we know the Spurs are winning? Spurs are getting Victor. Yeah. It's how it has to be. Yeah. But my God, if Detroit got Victor Wembanyama, and they're now looking at the Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham, Victor Wembanyama, Marvin Bagley, and the rest of that roster, all of a sudden you have like the just this young bucket of, oh my God, like, are they going to be like a 5-time champion, or are they going to just never gel? It's the same thing with the Rockets right now, and Detroit would be probably a year behind that. I look at that Rockets squad and I go, I just don't know. But when I look on paper, that talent, boy, they've got more upside than just about any team in the NBA. You just have to get to that upside.
Right.
When it comes to Sacramento, though, as of right now, I got no second thoughts. I have no complaints. I have zero notes when it comes to Keegan Murray.
Yeah. I mean, now it's improvement, right? Getting better. Just like we're going to expect that from Fox, even though he had a great year in Sabonis. And so Keegan, the one thing, I guess, I don't even know if it's a question, but I wonder about is that aggressiveness that Coach Brown called out a couple times. Hey, we need you to rebound better. And then the second he did, Keegan, gets 8 to 10 boards the next, 10 games or so.
Yeah.
But there's moments in games where he disappeared. I think we saw that in what game of the series was that? Maybe game 5, I think, where he had 10 points when it was 19-16 and didn't take another field goal attempt. It's like, okay, you're too good of a player to have that happen to. I'm sure the Warriors did some things to limit you and slow you down, but okay, Fox is still going to get his shots.
Sure.
Steph Curry's, and he's not in that group yet, but if you're going to become one of the better players in the team, you got to find ways to have a presence felt. So I think that's an area he needs to work on.
How nice would it be if we have some games next year, more than just one or two, and Keegan Murray has taken over.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan Murray
Phenomenal.
has taken this game over. As we go to break here, and we are late for a break, just want to point out, thanks to Dwayne in the chat for pointing this out as well. We mentioned Marvin Bagley being on that squad. If Victor Wembanyama went to the Pistons with Cade Cunningham, former number 1 pick, Jaden Ivey. Just want to point out that 22-year-old James Wiseman averaged 13 points and 8 boards for the Detroit Pistons after that trade, and he's a number 2 pick in the draft. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious, that could be a fun team, or could be a lot of busts too.
Sure.
Let's talk about history. Let's talk about context as we look at the Sacramento Kings and their history of all rookie teams. Some names that'll bring a smile to your face next.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
Jason, you asked me, and for once I remembered. You asked me to remind you of something.
Yeah.
And you asked me to remind you right in the 8 o'clock hour.
I did?
Yeah, you asked me to remind you that Sactown Sports will be broadcasting.
I did.
Sac Republic versus the Colorado Rapids at Heart Health Park. If you want more sports action, look, we got it for you. Republic's got you covered. David versus Goliath. I've been saying that all week, and I've heard that place can be a lot fuller tonight. I don't want to call out fans. Listen, we have the best fans ever, and I'm never going to be one to tell you what to do with your discretionary income. However,
but go,
or you're terrible.
Yes,
basically, you're like Laker fans and Hawk fans. Yeah, if that place isn't packed tonight for an MLS team, the year after Republic lost in the finals of the U.S. Open Cup. And please understand that the Republic losing in the finals of the U.S. Open Cup would be the equivalent of the River Cats losing a 7-game series to the New York Yankees in the World Series. I mean, that's how it's set up. It's a big deal. Oh, it's $5 beer night.
Hey.
Oh, the winner gets to the round of 16. Secure your seats for the match starting at $17 at SacRepublicFC.com/tickets. And we will have that broadcast
we will.
For you right here. And I just got news of this. Christopher Law will be engineering the broadcast.
Oh, wow.
Live from Heart Health Park. So that's you just cross yourself. Hey, say what you want about Chris.
And you will.
Boy, I could say a lot of things about Chris. I've been worked with him on and off for, God, I don't even know what's it been now, 5 years, Chris. But he knows the guy knows the board better than anyone in this building.
Good point right there.
Right there. Best guy on the board since Joe Pittman. True or false?
Wow. Jay's sitting right there.
Jay's fine.
Wow.
Nobody's Nate Littlefield, though. Nobody's Nate Littlefield.
Not the animal.
Nate Littlefield is the Gandalf of running the board. Nate Littlefield never misses a beat. I imagine we'll be visiting with him next week at some point as well. As you're off to Bandon.
I am.
I hope you play
like you did yesterday.
No, because oh my God, talk about that
would be pretty miserable.
Like you're up there, it's your yearly trip, you're with your friends, you look forward to this all year long, and then you just happen to have. Are you going to go hit the range, do something to tune up?
I will say this: last year, much like this year, I've played one round in 2023 so far. Last year, I don't remember how much I had played, but I remember the morning of the first round, I said, I at least need to hit some balls.
Sure.
And without a doubt, unequivocally, my worst warm up, like so noticeably bad, I was petrified.
You're like actually scared, yeah.
You know, like sometimes, it's bad on the range, but then I literally like, okay, now just erase everything. I'm just taking a pitching wedge and I'm just going to pitch from here to the wall.
Yeah.
And shank. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, now just a baby. Like, make contact.
You got the yips.
Oh, it was so bad. And then the round was fine.
Sure.
I didn't have
much better than you thought it would be.
Much better than I thought. And then as the days went on, then I had a couple of really good rounds.
You know, you should do me a favor that's really a favor for yourself. But I think it would be interesting I really think this would be interesting. So we're going to a charity event tonight out of Hagen Oaks.
Yes.
For a really, really good cause.
It's always fun.
And we're going to be putting around the putting green.
Literally.
And we're going to run into out there is Tom Morton, the wonderful Morton golf family and all that. And I know I'm speaking for Tom, but I guarantee you he feels this way. You ought to go in. It's 10 minutes from the station.
It is.
Right after the show. I would love nothing more than to help facilitate you getting a tune-up 30 minutes between now and when you go to bed.
Maybe I should. I'll talk to him about it tonight.
And I understand the whole, I don't want to get into it. Tom just is a wizard when it comes to, you know what? You're doing this thing with your pinky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay's in my ear saying he wants to talk about the Kings all rookies as opposed to talking about you getting golf lessons. Way to understand the audience, Jay. All right, well, let's go to something that's not identifiable with everybody out there. Making an all-rookie team.
I've never made one.
I've never made one either. I think Harold Presley did, though, and I did see him out there. He said to say hello to you yesterday, by the way.
Hi, Harold.
First team. Kenny Smith, who, by the way, had fun last weekend. Did you see that? See pictures of Kenny Smith in Miami?
I did not.
Google Kenny Smith in Miami and check out Kenny and his companion.
Oh.
Hanging out.
Is that the story?
That's
okay.
They had a lot of fun with that on TNT.
Good.
Lionel, or if you're into soccer, Lionel Simmons, number 7 out of LaSalle, the originator of Nintendonitis, but also, I believe, number 2 that year to Derek Coleman in Rookie of the Year voting.
Oh, is that right? I don't remember the voting.
I think Lionel Simmons
Coleman
was
was
number
great.
2 to Derek Coleman in Rookie of the Year voting. Brian Grant.
He had a good rookie
I
year.
just love Brian Grant. Xavier's Brian Grant. Jason Williams out of Florida. Tyreek Evans, of course, 25-5. DeMarcus Cousins was just a beast from day one. I guess we count, but do we count?
Yeah, he came here. He was a rookie.
That's right.
Yeah, in his rookie season, Buddy Hield.
People forget Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
All NBA rookie first team. Tyrese Halliburton and Keegan
Murray.
Yeah.
Those are your first teams.
That's all first teams.
Yeah. You know what's interesting on here is not a first teamer or a second teamer is De'Aaron Fox. Didn't make the all rookie first or second team yet. Marvin Bagley did. You'd win a lot of
you're so 100% correct.
Trivia questions there.
How in the HE did that happen?
Well, De'Aaron's rookie class is what?
I'm trying to look at
Tatum, Mitchell, but who else made it on
Let's
that year?
see. Well, De'Aaron's rookie year,
It was fine.
11.6 points, 4.4 assists on 41% shooting.
Other guys make it for stuff like that. Must have been a good class.
That was what, 2017?
Yeah.
2017 all rookie.
I got to believe it's Mitchell, Tatum.
Let's see. You know what? I'm going to pull this out. Let's see how close we can get. All right. So we know that Mitchell and Tatum were on there, and that's completely understandable. All right. I got it. Okay. Go ahead. Mitchell and Tatum, you are correct. We're all NBA all rookie first teams.
I need some hints. I don't already blanking.
Okay, one of them
was
is
Brogdon. No, that's not Brogdon.
One of the first teamers is a player that we talked extensively about joining.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. One of them,
which was year 2 for him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of them enjoyed an amazing year this year, not out of nowhere, but definitely a nice. He's really improved.
Most improved,
and he has his first name. Could also be a name of the opposite sex. Ends with an I. His last name is Markkinen.
Oh,
hey, Lord,
okay,
you got it.
Was he first team?
He was first team, and another player that has been talked about extensively as a possible replacement for Harrison Barnes. He's a 3. He's a former Laker.
Oh, Kuz.
Kyle Kuzma, Lauri Markkanen, Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum are your 2017-18 all-rookie first teams. Second team as we take a break, De'Aaron Fox did not make it. Lonzo Ball, here's a fun part of that trivia question, but they did have a Sacramento King on the second team. That's Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Mm-hmm.
John Collins, Dennis Smith Jr., and Josh Jackson.
Wow.
Picked ahead of De'Aaron Fox in both the draft and on the rookie teams.
Oh.
We'll take a break. When we return, we talked a little bit about Republic. We should bring Russell on as a guest. Can they have another run at the Lamar Hunt Cup? We'll give you some background. We'll give you some previews for tonight next.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy.
Purdy going to throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel.
Deebo 10. Deebo. Touchdown!
And McCaffrey.
Touchdown! CMC!
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The folks at M&S Auto know that inflation is tough on everybody. If you need an excellent, gently used car or truck, M&S has hundreds of vehicles on the lot on El Camino just off the Cap City Freeway. M&S customers get great deals and they save thousands. Get a great deal now on super clean 4x4s, including Tacomas, Silverados, and Jeeps, and muscle cars, Challengers, Teslas, Mustangs, and even the occasional McLaren. M&S Auto, msautogroup.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Get wings the way you want them. Try Twin Peaks wings bone-in breaded, naked, smoked and grilled, or boneless in your favorite sauce or rub.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
According to Dave Stockton, good putting starts by seeing the ball go in the hole before you ever put the putter in your hand. He says when you reach the green, you've erased all thoughts of the shot that got you there. You're already starting to putt. You begin to read the terrain over which the ball will roll, judge the line the ball will take, and get a sense of the speed it will roll. Then you conjure up a mental picture of the ball following the terrain, rolling at a certain speed, and dropping in the cup as if it's already happened. Stockton has always been regarded as one of the best putters in the game. I've used one of his tips for years. He says, don't focus your eyes on the ball when you putt. You pick a spot 1 inch in front of the ball that you want the ball to roll over. And that's where you look. You'll know instantly whether the putt is going in the hole if you putt over that spot 1 inch in front of the ball. Try it. I think you'll putt better too. Just remember, as I've said before, nonchalant putts count the same as chalant putts. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Carmichael Dave here, welcoming back my dear friends at Fire Wings. 21 different flavors. I had 4 of those 21 Saturday for the game, watching with the family. As always, breaded Malaysian curry. Yeah, you better bet I got that curry. Knocked it out of the park, too. Go to firewings.com to make your order. That's what we did. We ordered 2 hours in advance, picked it up. There's nothing better for the game then Fire Wings. Check out the locations nearest you. Fire Wings, just wing it.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the sixth most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, game ball definitely goes to him. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth-quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Just made a discovery because I'm, where Jason sits, he's right underneath the vent. Although I don't see the vent, but I see. Yeah, coming down. Air conditioner comes down right on. Where I sit, I don't know what the hell's going on, but
it's a big difference. Like Kings games in here on the road, like Henry and Duke, they're always like bulked up. I'm like, it's hot in here.
Yeah, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Anyways, just found the thermostats off. That might have something to do with things. It is hot, much like it's going to be hot tonight. Heart Health Park. Republic Rapids. That's an MLS team, by the way, the Rapids. 7:30 start, $5 beer night. We've got your coverage right here on Sactown Sports. And Jason, look, we're broadcasting the game tonight. We're obviously supportive of anything Sacramento. Not going to try to pretend that any of us, or, we may know a little more than the average bear, obviously, but any of us are, diehard, super crazy soccer fans. But really, I think the draw for so many, and there are like some hardcore crazy soccer fans, but I think the draw is as much for a lot of fans that, hey, this is Sacramento playing a high-level sport and getting on the national stage. And here we are once again with the Lamar Hunt Open Cup.
Yeah, I think to me, if you go to last year's parallel, the run that they made all the way to the final, each round just got progressively more and more eyeballs on it, more intrigue. And then you just realize the significance of what they're doing. And I think, to me, I know it's, even worded in our promos, the David versus Goliath. I think that's always just been a draw in sports in general. And if you put a local team here, that's the underdog, that makes it more intriguing. Right. I don't know, when the tournament was just here and Princeton beat Arizona, the fans that went from Sacramento, maybe if you didn't care who won, you're now all of a sudden maybe attaching yourself to Princeton. It's like, wow, this would be an upset. Davis or Sac State, when they play up in football and beat a Pac-12 team, like that's really rare and cool to see. And so when you have people playing at different levels, but playing in the same opportunity with a chance to win, and what the Republic did last year, I just think that got a lot of people's attention. It was pretty significant.
Just so people understand, in case you don't have MLS standings committed to memory here, the Rapids' last match was an MLS match against the LA Galaxy. They beat them 3-1. Then they drew against Vancouver, beat Northern Colorado, and that was in the U.S. Open Cup, 3-1. Drew with St. Louis City, drew with Charlotte, beat Sporting KC, drew with LAFC Austin FC, and then lost to Minnesota United. So that's their last few. Bottom line is this: Colorado Rapids are 10th in the MLS. And even beyond that, they are 2-6-3. 2 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses, 10th in the league. This is a team that is traveling on the road to Sacramento, where the crowd is a huge advantage here. It is David versus Goliath when it goes league to league, but as we've seen, USL teams, talent-wise, not that far below a lot of MLS teams. This is not the equivalent. This is not the equivalent of, say, your English Premier League versus League One, where you have teams going up and down, and you have USL teams that can beat MLS teams, and you have USL teams that would function just fine. Maybe not win the cup, win the whole thing in MLS, but would certainly be middle or even top end of the pack if you took the best USL team. So this is I don't want to say they should win this game. It's a very winnable game for Sacramento.
Yeah, and the fact that in a lot of those other situations I talked about where you're the underdog, you don't get to host that game or match in this case that often. So that's cool. We know in this community, I know it's this way in a lot of other towns, but Sacramento really supports their own and then gets excited over things that get successful. Look, we saw the growth of the Kings fan base. They might have been lying dormant for a while besides the regulars that were there all the time, but you start to have some success, and now tickets are hard to get. Everybody with viewing parties and people want to Kings. I think the same kind of thing can happen for any team here locally when the River Cats have had good runs. Now it's to different scales, but Sac State football the last couple of years has had really good years. And now if you have the Republic FC doing the same kind of thing that they did last year, they've got a regular group of followers, but I think you open it up to more once you start doing very significant things like they did a year ago.
And I understand, especially with old heads out there, when the conversation of soccer comes up here domestically, soccer, this is it. This is when they're finally going to get big. This is soccer and soccer and soccer. And then, it's whatever. It's soccer. I don't know what soccer is going to be 10 years from now. I do know that we are on the cusp right now. MLS has the 10-year deal they made with Apple, which I still don't think was a great deal for them. You've got the World Cup coming up in 2026 that will be hosted by Mexico, Canada, and, of course, mainly in the United States. Anytime when there was a World Cup, you may remember back when in the 90s, the last time the World Cup was here, there was a soccer boom that happened that really was the impetus to rocketing. Because, you had the NASL, you had, Pele and the Cosmos and soccer leagues back in the day going way back. But MLS has been around now for a few decades and is still in its, I don't want to say relative infancy, but has shown that it's at least profitable in the sense that you have a lot of crossover owners that very much value their MLS teams. And you're going to see this rising boom in soccer. And I'm not entirely sure that if we were playing sports ownership like a stock market, I still think the NBA, as far as right now, is number one.
Mm-hmm.
If I could buy any team, I'd buy an NBA team now, but I'd sell it in 2 or 3 years after the TV deal's done. If I had to hold those teams and just look at straight growth over the next decade, I'd probably buy an MLS or a bunch of USL teams because you're going to see the steady rise. The problem, Jason, to get really deep into it, which we don't often do with MLS, is that they have limited themselves and they have put themselves at a ceiling because, unlike the rest of the world, there is no promotion and there is no relegation. And there's not a situation that I can see that's going to come up where you're going to have owners, and I believe it takes 2/3 to change the Constitution. What owner in their right mind is going to vote for something that would be better for the league as a whole? But ultimately, I bought into this team. I own the LA Galaxy, and there's a chance that I could be playing in the USL next year.
Right. Nobody here would do that.
Nobody here would do that, which is why I think ultimately USL may very well overtake MLS, which is a silly saying to say right now. But the way they're setting up USL into 3 leagues down the road, you're going to have the ability for promotion and for relegation. On this level, Roro is out, Rodrigo Lopez. He's going to be out for a few months. That hurts the team. But this is a team that also has yet to lose this year.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're not a huge soccer person, for the region itself, especially when we don't have NBA, we don't have NFL going on right now, it's a nice night out at the track. It's a beautiful field, or pitch, I should say. And hey, it's $5 beer night. Dude.
Yeah, and just again, your own civic pride, right, in your team. I remember last year, just like I said, round by round, just kind of like, well, I think it's going to probably end here. I don't think they're going to be able to go down to. They win down in Orange County or LA. They won there. They beat teams in just different parts of the country, and you just kept thinking it would end, and then finally they ultimately got to the final in Orlando, which was pretty amazing what that was able to do. And I still know people are wondering about the Republic's long-term future. That's still out there too. We just don't know.
Republic's out there long-term, their future. Stadium's still a go. There's, Kevin talked about it yesterday, Kevin Nagel, that there's still some things he's got to work out with the city and other investors, but having an outdoor stadium right in the heart of Sacramento, which is where it appears it's going to be, would be huge, huge, huge for this region. That's for sure. All right, let's get ready to take a break here. Here's what we have coming up. Let's break down the rest of the program. We got about an hour and 20 minutes left. We got a lot of what to watch. We're going to break down that LA Warriors back and forth series that is now not so back and forth. 3-1 lead there. We've got a very special celebrity birthdays today, I believe. We have a very special entrant in celebrity birthdays. No hints. But coming up next, who's hot, who's not? I don't know. Well, let's go streaking. We'll do that after this.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday night,
Get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about my friends at ACR Solar. ACR Solar and Home Services, lots of different things they can help you out with. You want to make it really your one-stop shop for all the things around your home. Maybe that's solar, certainly in their name, pool, solar, home solar. Roofing, that's an area that we needed some help in, and we had talked to a couple different roofing companies, and there's a lot of people that could do a great job. There's no doubt about it. That's what they do, but this is also what ACR Solar and Home Services does as well. Joe from the roofing department was just an expert in this area and gave us the peace of mind that we were working with the right company. And John, the owner, just everything about it felt right for my wife and I, and that's the company we elected to go with. And then once we got on the schedule and the timeline and all the things that they mentioned were going to happen, all came through. It was really important for us when someone's coming to work on your house, when they tell you, hey, we're going to be there tomorrow morning at 9, that they're there tomorrow morning at 9, not that this window, or we can't make it today, but we'll be out there tomorrow. No, everything they said they were going to do, they did, and we knew what to expect each day. And then, of course, at the end, we got a brand new roof that looks great, that gives us what we were looking for, the peace of mind that we can handle all the different elements here. And this is going to be our last roof on our home that we've had now for 20 years, and it's going to last us a long, long time. So if you're in need of solar, pool solar, home services, roofing, whatever it might be, check out ACR Solar. Just go to acrsolar.com.
Looking for more sports action? Republic FC has you covered as the club hosts another David versus Goliath showdown at Hart Health Park. On May 9th at 7:30 p.m., SRFC will take on Major League Soccer's Colorado Rapids in a winner-take-all match with a ticket to advance to the round of 16 in the 2023 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup on the line. It's $5 beer night. We need Sacramento to pack the house, so secure your seat for the match starting at $17 at sacrepublicfc.com/tickets.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like. You convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
When they're investigating, we can't stop watching. This month on BritBox, sit back, relax, and enjoy watching the detectives. Discover Britain's most bingeable mysteries, including the brand new season of Grace, the hit series based on the books by best-selling author Peter James. Unwind with the detectives you could watch all night long. Stream them all now exclusively on BritBox. Endlessly intriguing. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Boot Barn honors a Western legacy built by those who persevere through resourceful determination. Ariat honors that same legacy by bringing innovative technology to classic pieces. Driven by a dedication to the craft, Ariat blends timeless Western artistry with advanced performance features for the modern cowboy and rodeo athlete. Out west, ingenuity is second to none. Ariat at Boot Barn.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, guys. The Heat of Miami, Florida.
Yeah, they're hot.
The Heat take a commanding 3-1 lead over the Knicks. The Heat are 14-0 all-time when leading a best-of-7 series 3-1. In contrast, the Knicks are 0-14 all-time when trailing a best-of-7 series 3-1.
So is it over?
I think it's over.
That's tough. Sorry, Knicks. Sorry, Knicks. Sucks for you. I'm actually rooting for the Heat. Why do I dislike the Knicks?
No real reason.
Is it because they're New York and big market?
No, I think it's James Dolan.
Are they James Dolan? Like, aren't the Knicks just like, who's likable on the Knicks? Emmanuel
Jalen
Brunson.
Yeah, Brunson is. You're right.
I like Mitchell Robinson.
I don't even think Randall's is he dislikable?
He's a little fiery.
RJ Barrett?
Why would you hate RJ Barrett?
I don't know.
There.
Who's not?
Who's not?
Oh, Jordan Poole.
Oh, yeah.
Last night against the Lakers, he had 0 points on 0-4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, and was a -6. And just a quick reminder. Next year, we'll be starting the first year of a 4-year, $128 million contract, which guarantees him 35.2 in the final year.
And boy, do the Warrior fans sure seem to not like him.
You know why?
Why?
He hasn't played good basketball.
Okay, that's it.
No, he's just kind of a turd.
I mean, but like the venom towards him, like all of the world's problems are because of Jordan Poole, according to Warrior fans.
I feel like there's been like this flip with Warriors fans where it's definitely like, you know what? I can see why Draymond punched him.
Yeah.
For what?
Look at him.
Because he has are we saying he has a punchable face?
I mean, are you saying he doesn't?
I'm saying.
Did you see how he pouted on the way back to the bench last night?
I'm saying.
It was like literally a child getting pulled out of a Little League game.
Jordan Poole is a 23-year-old who has averaged 8.8, 12, 18 and a half, and now 20.4 points in his 4 years. He has gradually moved up with, okay efficiency. More efficient from three than otherwise. And I don't want to stat nerd this whole thing because there's other things with Jordan Poole that are bigger. But can we just remember?
So are you now the defender of Jordan Poole?
No, I just like to say, you know what I don't, and honest to God, this is a character flaw with me. It is. Because it's not contrarian like Chris Verlaud does. It's I don't like bullies. God. And it's the same thing with Ben Simmons. When I see everyone just pile onto somebody, I instinctively want to go in there and go, well, hold on, are we missing something here? I do not like the way people have treated Ben Simmons. Now, I'm not saying he's blameless at all. Ben Simmons has real problems on the floor. But the vitriol that was spat at this guy, the way he was basically a worldwide, like, dude, go kill yourself. You suck. Why even step on here? Your family or whatever. Like the people, and I get that's just the way the world is. But too many times we just build up on this thing and everybody jumps on board, kicking the guy in the face. Jordan Poole certainly, let me be clear here, deserves negativity from Warrior fans. Jordan Poole certainly has issues. You know what else Jordan Poole, people are pissed at Jordan Poole about? The amount of money he makes.
Yeah.
You know whose fault that is? Not Jordan Poole's.
Not Jordan Poole's.
Okay.
Got crushed for his shot at the end of game 1. Understandable.
Yeah. You know what? At least he took the shot.
He did.
But we crushed Ben Simmons for not taking the shot.
Or last night, honestly, 2 very questionable shot attempts by Clay and by Steph at the end of the game. Now, again, I totally get it. Different players. They've got way more equity, but Jordan Poole couldn't have taken that again and survived, basically.
Well, that's the whole thing. Jordan Poole gets absolutely crushed for taking this shot in the same world where we crush Ben Simmons or James Harden for being indecisive and not taking shots. So here you have a guy who's too decisive maybe and pulled the trigger on something that he shouldn't have. And then in the next game,
again, you just compare James Harden to Jordan Poole.
I'm saying James Harden got crap for being indecisive the game before last.
Because he's James Harden.
I understand that. But then Ben Simmons got crap for being incredibly indecisive.
Because he's Ben Simmons.
And then Jordan Poole gets crap for being decisive.
Because he's Jordan Poole.
Okay, well,
what does that mean?
Well, you're awesome.
It means that some guys are going to get crap when they should be taking a shot, whereas other guys are going to get crap for shots they shouldn't take.
So you have a guy in Ben Simmons who gets made fun of for not taking shots because he can't hit threes, he can't hit free throws, his shot's weird, blah, blah, blah.
He was wide open at the basket.
But then again, so everybody gets on him for not taking this shot.
Correct.
That he was wide open. Jordan Poole's a guy who has steadily increased his output, who's one of the bright, or at least as of last year when he signed the contract, one of the brighter stars, the torchbearer to carry over after Steph and Clay with Andrew Wiseman and Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga. He's put in that position. He takes the shot and he gets crushed for it. Did he want to miss it? Has he not made those shots before? Was that a foreign shot for him? Is he a big man that took a shot from the logo? No. Did his entire team? I understand, his entire team support him taking the shot. What are they going to do? Crush him?
Kind of.
I
Publicly,
get that.
they did.
I just, again, it's.
So you're a Jordan Poole defender.
I'm a Jordan. No, I'm a defender because I have no love or hate for Jordan Poole. I'm saying, you know what? It's been kind of a rough year for Jordan Poole. Started out with him getting knocked out on video, and he's gone through all this stuff with the team the whole year, and now he's in here, and they're in the playoffs, and the team's losing, and the same fans that are saying Steve Kerr is the most overrated coach ever, and tries the same exact plays over and over again, and couldn't coach his way out of a paper bag. His ATOs are terrible. And Jordan Poole is a dog. He sucks. He's overrated. It's the worst contract in the NBA. It's funny how quickly we switch. I don't like the mob mentality. Like, bro, criticize the guy. It's fine. But now all of a sudden, Jordan's soft.
Did you see him pouting on his way to the bench?
It
was like a child. It's a fair criticism.
I've seen.
You can't walk back to the bench like a 10-year-old.
Well, when is it okay? Is it? But Draymond Green walks back to the bench like a 10-year-old, but he's a champion.
Right, but also there's a lot of people outside of Golden State that criticize with the mob mentality that you speak about.
Steph Curry does chews on his mouthpiece, or he flops or pouts or whatever, but he's Steph Curry. He can do that. It's like we switch these rules for each individual, and I understand that that's okay.
That's how life kind of operates.
That's okay to a point. Look, if you have a history, if you are at a certain level, I totally understand. It's just amazing how quickly sometimes we completely sell off stock in people. I don't know. Maybe Jordan Poole's a bust. Maybe Jordan Poole does have the worst contract in the NBA, but I don't know if this is the way to go about it. You guys, I'll tell you this much right now: Warriors aren't winning a championship if Jordan Poole's not playing well. My opinion.
Well, I think that's actually factual.
Okay, so
he's not playing well.
I'm not exactly sure.
And they're in trouble.
Questioning his manhood and his mental state, and calling him, the things he's being called is I don't know. Is that how you get the guy out of it?
Apparently not.
I'd like to recall my golf issues from yesterday if we're talking about athletes and negativity. Well, I'll do that after the show. We'll take a break.
No, we're going to go streaking.
Oh, I apologize. Yes,
of course you are, because you're defending Jordan Poole.
Shut up.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
All right, let's streak. Let's see how we did. We were all starting kind of from a new. I was at a one game. Dave and Jay, you guys were looking to start a new streak.
Let's start it.
Dave, you chose from the New York Yankees, DJ LeMay. Well, let's hear if you got a hit.
0-1. Drilled to deep left field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. DJ LeMahieu homers deep in the left field seats. It's a 2-run blast.
If your guy, new rule, if your guy hits a home run, you get like 3 games.
I tried that.
Did you?
Yeah.
You get a game. You did well. For the first time ever in the streak, we had 2 people that picked the same person. I picked DJ LeMahieu. Let's hear if DJ LeMahieu got a hit.
0-1. Drilled to deep left field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Woo! DJ LeMahieu homers deep in the left field seats. It's a 2-run blast.
Jay, did he hit 2 home runs?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
I heard 2 of them.
No, here's the thing. If I remember correctly.
Also, does it count as a home run if it comes against the A's?
I know. It's like a triple. If I remember correctly, because, yeah, that's right. Because I thought you said, I've got a Yankee too. And I went, you're not going where I'm going. And then I picked DJ LeMahieu. And then you showed me DJ LeMahieu. So technically, I picked him first. Isn't that my home run?
I had already written it down.
He already went one of 4.
We both got a hit.
Okay.
You're at 1, I'm at 2. But Jay he didn't stick with the DJ LeMahieu. He went on his own.
The DJ went elsewhere.
Yes. He went with the White Sox, Tim Anderson. I'm not sure. Did Tim Anderson get a hit?
Tied at 1. Tim Anderson leads off the 3rd. Now the 1-2 first. That's up the middle and a base hit for Tim Anderson.
Yeah! Wow.
Good way to start it off here in the 3rd.
I agree. So, J. Mars at 1. Dave, you're at 1. I'm at 2.
Hey.
Here we go. Let's start these streaks. We're trying to catch Jay's streak of 10, if not pass it.
Yes.
Dave, new day. You just can't pick DJ LeMahieu.
All right. Let's see the American League, though.
No, we have someone different then.
Hey, Rosarena.
Okay.
Rosarena, please.
Randy Rosarena.
Very good.
Early in the season might be the best outfielder in baseball, arguably.
Ever.
Man, when my streak was at my personal best of 6, he ended it.
Cool.
Just a sign of things to come.
Oh, Randall.
Anyway, I'm going to go from the Colorado Rockies, the bearded one himself, Charlie Blackmon.
Yeah, Charlie Blackmon.
There we go.
Charlie Blackmon.
Jay?
I'm going to go to your Yankees.
Yeah.
While I will not pick DJ LeMahieu, I will pick another good hitter on that team. Let's go with Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, Anthony
Rizzo.
That's almost who I
I'm picking on the A's, I see.
Listen, man. Trying to get past 10. They make it easy. You knew that yesterday when you guys picked DJ LeMahieu. You know what you were doing.
Trying to get past 5, personally. We'll take a break. The Lakers are trying to get past 3. They're trying to get a 4-game win in this playoffs. By the way, that sends the other team home if that happens.
Oh, really?
7. Yes, it does. Breaking news. We'll look at that. Now, are the Warriors dead? I mean, sports-wise. We'll do that after this.
Ouch.
It was an amazing season for the Sacramento Kings. The coach of the year.
These honors don't come around often, and so you're very appreciative of them.
The clutch player of the year.
Rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
And a return to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years.
16 seasons of frustration. Sacramento has clinched the playoffs.
Keep it on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for all your Kings off-season news.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Is your check engine light on? The free Fix Finder service reads your check engine, ABS, and maintenance lights. It even sends a detailed report directly to your email. When you need to get back on the road, AutoZone's free Fix Finder service is here. Get the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. Only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. Now, all you have to do, go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote today. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide those great pricing options they have, the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home without having somebody coming to your house. Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your specific needs are, call 916 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
We see a lot of pollutants like trash, pet waste, cigarette butts, pesticides, and fluid leaks from vehicles on our highways and in our waterways. This isn't what we want. Clean waterways, clean creeks. Now that is what we want. You can help change this to that by picking up after your pet, properly disposing of litter, and reducing pesticide use. All Californians can protect our waterways. Learn how at BeRiverFriendly.net.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. Now look at some of the rule changes this year. Through the games of April 27th, game times reduced by 28 minutes, from 3 hours 4 minutes to 2:36. Stolen base attempts are up about a half an attempt per game. The percentage has risen from 75% to 80%. Now no shifting, batting average on balls in play from 290 to 296. Ken Korak here, introducing you to the Xfinity 10G network. Xfinity is undergoing a multi-year network evolution, giving you a powerful connection today while building toward a faster, more reliable tomorrow. The Xfinity 10G network gives you the fastest internet with even faster speeds rolling out all the time. You also get a consistent and reliable connection when everyone's online, even during peak hours. That's a home run. If you want to learn more, go online at xfinity.com/10G.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your new home for 49ers football in the 916.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from three over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the sixth most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, the game ball definitely goes in. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth-quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Get to the Lakers Warriors in just a second if you missed it. Bob Huggins is a college basketball coach, 69 years old, longtime coach of many a program, most notably Cincinnati, also here at Kansas State. Been at West Virginia since 2007. He's been to the Final Four a couple of times. Coach of the Decade, Conference USA 2005. And you can probably say goodbye to Bob Huggins as a coach, as he was on a radio station yesterday, the Bill Cunningham Show. Love me some Bill Cunningham on Cincinnati's News Radio 700 WLW. The subject came around to Cincinnati's rivalry with intra-city foe Xavier. Quote, this is Huggins. Any school that can throw rubber phalluses on the floor and then say they didn't do it, my God, they can get away with anything. The host, Cunningham, responded, I think it was transgender night, wasn't it? Huggins said, what it was all those F words. No, not that F word. The F word having to do with being a slur against somebody who is homosexual. What it was, all those F words, those Catholic F words, I think, said Bob Huggins. A laughing Cunningham responded, Bob Huggins, is he the best? Well, the answer is no. And, of course, later that day, I used a completely insensitive and abhorrent phrase that there is simply no excuse for, and I won't try to make one here. As I've shared with my players over 40 years of coaching, there are consequences for our words and actions. I will fully accept anything coming my way. I am ashamed and embarrassed and heartbroken for those I have hurt. A short time later, the university called Huggins' remark offensive, and it is reviewing the situation. So, yeah, I think Bob's making it out of that one. I mean, I don't know. Each and whatever in their own, but see, for me, and I'm not big like, oh, cancel this guy, cancel that guy, but I'm also not a believer in cancel culture. Just don't screw up. But that's intent. It's not a, whether it's a mispronunciation or a word that's on your tongue, or at least you can have a conversation about that. Like, well, you never know what's in somebody's heart. You never know what's in their mind. That he didn't trip over a, wooden beam and have that all slip out. That was a conscious thought.
After even a pause and a setup. Not necessarily a setup, but a follow-up. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, again, I don't know. I'm not sure how Mr. Cunningham's going to get out of that one either.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. Well, Bob Huggins, he was 69 years old. Let's go back to I don't know what else to say to that. Let's go back to last night. Lakers and Golden State. And, I just want to point this out, Jason, that Lonnie Walker the fourth is not who I would have necessarily turned to.
I know. How great is that, though, in sports? Sometimes when you have that, you could have it in a World Series and a Super Bowl where there's some unlikely hero in a series that has Anthony Davis, LeBron, Steph, Clay, Draymond, so on and so forth. Lonnie Walker in a humongous game 4 puts the Lakers one game away from the. I mean, he was really humongous in that fourth quarter.
The Warriors were controlling this game for
till the fourth quarter.
Yeah. But who can stop Lonnie Walker?
Lonnie Walker guarded by Curry. Walker, pull up. Walker hits another one. It's the Lonnie Walker game.
Yeah.
You know what I thought of, too, during the game yesterday, Dave, was I don't know why I had this thought. It's not unique to me. I think others have said it over time. But I think when you start to accrue so many accolades in your history, sometimes I guess people look to knock you down. And I was just literally thinking of this and Steph had some amazing highlights, amazing plays. But, man, the entire fourth quarter, they were seeking him out on the defensive end. So if LeBron basically had the ball and would point to Lonnie Walker, would point to Schroeder, whoever Steph was guarding, like, come on, I need the screen so I can get Steph on me. And so everything was kind of isolated on LeBron and Steph, or sometimes the switch ended up being Lonnie Walker on Steph.
Right.
And, Steph's giving all this effort, all the attempts. His gifts are so much on the offensive side. And we talk about great players, and he's one of the greats of all time. But, they were seeking him out to score on him.
Yes, they were. They were 100% seeking him out. And why shouldn't you? It's not. Listen, I don't think Steph Curry is necessarily a sieve defensively. I think he does the best he can with his. He ain't great.
But like LeBron, there's just a physical mismatch. I mean, that makes 100% sense. But Walker's closer in size and and he was making some difficult shots. So I have to give Lonnie Walker credit for that.
Well, the other part too, and by the way, Steph Curry, 31-14.
He's incredible.
It was a fantastic night. The other part of it too is, listen, not only is Steph a pretty decent guy to go out defensively, but you have to make him work on both ends. You don't have a chance unless you're making him work on both ends. 12 of 30 last night for Steph Curry, 3 of 11 for Klay Thompson. There's your bottom line there. I will say this because we have been keeping track of this. 9 of 12 from the free throw line for the Warriors, 20 of 20 from the free throw line for the Lakers.
Oh, wow. So it ended up, because it was a big, I would say big, it might have been like 7-0 at one point, Lakers. Then I think at one point it was tied. So then obviously I think the Lakers got the last 8, which it's not a terrible, I mean, still, I also think about that 32 overall free throws, the amount of physical play, the amount of drives. Felt like more calls could have been made, but, nothing that, well, there's always plays that stand out. I will say it's a lot easier watching a game when you truly don't care who wins.
It really
because
is.
Then I'm not going, this team's not getting the calls. You just go like, yeah, all right, just watch the game.
103.51 is your free throw differential now through 4 games, and starting to get on Steve Kerr's nerves.
I think we had 3 or 4 illegal screens called, and that was disappointing. I didn't get a look at the replay on any of them, but there were a couple that were very disappointing just live. But the Lakers are, they're a team that plays with a lot of gamesmanship. They understand, how to generate some calls. I thought they took some flops and were rewarded. But I'll have to see the replays. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe those were all illegal screens, but didn't feel like it watching it live.
It's a masterful job by a coaching veteran at skating right up to the line and not having to worry about getting fined whatsoever.
Yeah, the gamesmanship, but then he threw in the word flops. It's like, that's what you're basically saying. And hey, that is part of it, whether you like it or not. I mean, every team's guilty of that, let's be honest.
Steph Curry on the shot selection late in the game.
Like I said, I'm living with those. Hopefully we can put ourselves in a position where in game 5 we can control momentum as much as possible down the stretch. And if those shots are there, you're going to take them again.
One more clip in here. It's LeBron James talking at length about the performance of Lonnie Walker. Not quite on the same level career-wise, but LeBron was glowing.
Explanatory, obviously, how special he was in the fourth quarter. He had 15 of our 27 points. In my career, my 20-year career, I've seen a lot of young guys who kind of lose confidence in themselves or lose themselves if they, been in a rotation or started or had big minutes on the team, and then they get taken out of the lineup because of certain situations or circumstances, whatever the case may be, and they just completely lose themselves. For him to be a young guy in this league and just consistently every single day showed up, been a professional, great energy, high character. It showed why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, the game ball definitely goes to him. We don't win without him.
He's right. Going back to what Steve Kerr said, Jason, about the gamesmanship and the flopping. And Matthew on the text line or on the YouTube chat says, suggests a flopping player of the year to help reduce flopping. That's what I don't get. Why are flops not treated as retroactive technicals? And you want to curb flopping, it's really simple. And obviously there's a fine line between what's obviously a flop and what's probably a flop, but I'm talking about the ones where it is a clear flop. You have the committee look at it. If it's a flop, your first offense is a $25,000 fine. Your second offense is a $50,000 fine.
Isn't there something like that? I thought they had. I mean, it's not implemented much.
If there is, and the fact that you're even saying it tells me there might be something because now it's ringing some bells. You're right. It's not implemented. And every single flop after that $50,000 fine is a 1-game suspension. That's gonna help with flopping if it's enforced,
right?
Because flopping is stupid, and I love Vlade. Flopping is still stupid. I hate it in soccer. I hate it in the NBA. We'll take a break. When we come back, the NBA all defensive teams get named today. When will the Kings get another all defensive player? We'll look back now and through the history. We'll do that next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
A video sent to KXAN in Austin shows 2 men swinging at each other on an American Airlines flight. What would you do, by the way, if a fight breaks out? You get involved at all? You
take out my phone and record.
As any responsible citizen should.
Are you at all trying to break up the fight?
Content, baby.
At all?
No.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better, and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton and Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop garage sale of nearly new showroom clubs is on right now. With discounts up to 75%, you'll find full sets of irons, metalwoods, wedges, and more at the Hagen Oaks garage sale featuring $500,000 in Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio closeout inventory. This kind of opportunity is rare and available right now. Visit the Hagen Oaks garage sale and find discounts up to 75% on selected clubs at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
During the break, I don't know how this happened. Accidentally breathed in a piece of Cliff Bar. And now it's between my nasal passage and my throat. I don't know what to do here.
Dude, what is with you and the Cliff Bar issues the last couple days?
Didn't I choke on one the other day? Or no,
you spit it out.
Oh, because I didn't have anything to drink.
Yeah.
Hey,
now you have something to drink and you choked.
Yeah.
Might be time to switch to Ovaltine, bud.
Well, I do 2 Nutri-Grain bars and a Cliff Bar. And
It's a lot of sugar.
Usually I only get 1 Nutri-Grain bar. I have like a pile of Nutri-Grain bars in my car because I don't eat them. But it's tough to eat here. It's tough to come up with. What we should have is a KGK kitchen. And with fresh omelet stations. Ready-made fruit, sliced up and ready to go without F1 prices. Thank you very much.
When would you have time to eat that?
Yeah, you would.
One of the breaks?
You know what is actually a good, what would be a good idea is to bring a freezer in here, like one of those little mini freezers and a NutriBullet. And then you have, I can do smoothies. That would be my #1 choice for radio eating because you can sip them while you're on the air. Yeah. You can sip them during breaks. There's nothing to chew. You should have a smoothie station. What about KHK Smoothie Station? Brought to you by any number of these smoothie places.
Right.
Let's get a sponsor. Let's go have a smoothie person with a little smoothie hat. I don't know what a smoothie hat would look like.
But they have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All defensive teams named today.
No Kings on that list, right?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Though they were much better defensively in the playoffs, I thought.
Yeah. I agree. They were. Most likely King currently to win to get on a defensive team would probably be Davion Mitchell, I would imagine. But a little difficult because he's, he kind of...
It's tough off the bench.
Yeah, very tough off the bench.
Fox, I think, has potential, but yeah. They haven't had very many in the history of Sacramento.
They've had 2.
That's it.
Doug Christie and Ronald Artest.
On the first team. And Doug's made, 3 second teams? That's it. In the history of so, it feels like the defensive problems have been here the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Not a center that erases things consistently, a perimeter guy besides Doug and Ron. I mean, that's kind of amazing. All the awards they're getting this offseason, and they've received other awards over the years, this probably is where they've been the worst, is having all defensive teams.
I mean, and the funny thing is that what I read yesterday is since 1971, there hasn't been an NBA champion that didn't have somebody in the all defensive first or second team.
Wow.
It's not true. But
you got me.
But I feel like it should be. Like, you have to have someone, right?
What would be the all-time Sacramento Kings all defensive team?
Okay, well, let's go with that.
Doug and Ron.
Doug and Ron.
We were pretty good on the perimeter so far.
Are we counting bench players, or do these have to be like starters for the
I don't know.
Anyone who's played in the franchise during Sacramento era.
Wouldn't it be Fox probably?
Point guard wise, who's been better defensive?
Tyreek, Bibby, Jason Williams.
It's Fox.
Reggie Theus.
Fox.
I think it's Fox.
Spud Webb.
Fox.
Bobby Hurley.
Fox.
Derek Martin.
Fox. I mean, you don't have to play a point guard defensively, but De'Aaron's a good defensive player.
You know what stinks, honestly? Well, a lot of things, but you know what stinks is that you have Artest and Christie, because probably you could argue the third best starting defensive player ever for this team is Mitch Richmond, but he's playing Doug Christie's position. So
he's on the second team.
Well, you could put him. You could just have 3 wings. You don't have to.
Okay, so will we put Richmond on there?
Sure.
What if we put Richmond a point guard?
Yeah. I mean, he did bring the ball up.
Could we not? I think we would still have to put Davion.
That's true. Where I get lost is the big men.
Yeah.
Maybe,
LaSalle?
I was going to say LaSalle, maybe even Coswell
Clark
could block shots.
Was Thorpe? I don't really remember Otis Thorpe's game entirely. I know he's a good rebounder.
I don't really remember him as a defensive presence, though.
Would Dallenberg count?
I was just going to say, does Samuel Dallenberg count?
He's right up there to me, though, in the Coswell range. He's a goalie. So was Cos.
So was Clark.
Papagiannis?
Clark didn't play long enough. He wasn't great with the Kings.
Didn't he play as long as Samuel Dallenberg?
Again, didn't play long enough.
Keon
Clark, I don't even lasted a full season here, did he last one season?
Yeah, he lasted a season. Might have to go small.
Because you have the 4 also.
Artest could guard multiple positions.
He could.
Doug could really patrol the backcourt. We might have to just play 2 guys. And Davion.
Yeah, I mean, Davion has to get there just because it's so...
I think it's Davion, Doug, Artest.
And Alex Len.
Are we forgetting somebody on the 0-2 era teams that were...
Pollard?
Doug.
Well, I mean, Doug, yeah, but Bobby, Barry, Maxwell...
Again, none of those guys
Jimmy
really
Jackson,
known for their D.
Yeah.
Whiteside?
Again, another goalie. Not an actual good defender.
There was a time where we thought the potential of what Willie Cauley-Stein could have been.
Yes.
As far as
Absolutely.
guarding multiple positions, being able to move his feet on the wing.
Nocioni?
Noach was pretty good. Marshall Lunas, I think, was a pretty tough
Rooney was
defender.
a pretty tough defender, yeah.
Anthony Bont now.
No.
This is tough. Well, there had to be somebody on the Joe Klein Kings that was good. LaSalle Thompson?
You said LaSalle, and I think that you might actually, that might be it. Mark Olverding?
Sorry, I'm looking at this list of
Kings greats.
No, for real. This is written in 2011.
What is it? What's the art write-up?
So it's like
best Kings defensive players?
No, best. That's what I was looking for. It's best Kings of all time of Sacramento Kings, and that number one is split. They have between Weber and Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 and 3 is split between Jeff Petrie and Rick Adelman.
Jeez.
4th greatest King. This is all you need to know. They have Weber, Richmond, Adelman, Petrie. I get what they're trying to do there. I'm fine with that. The next best King as of 2011 is Spud Webb.
That's not true.
Followed
this is a terrible list.
by Vlade. What? By the way, this is Bleacher Report.
Yeah, and it's not
Spud
good.
ahead of Vlade.
Mike Bibby.
Well, they have Spud's jersey up in the rafters.
I mean,
I don't know if you missed that. It's kind of covered up.
There's Pazier.
I don't. Yeah.
Pazier Stojkovic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Gerald Wallace. Gerald Wallace was a good defender.
How about Michael the Animal Smith? Not bad.
Not bad.
No, Gerald Wallace was a good defender. We could have him as a small ball 4.
Ralph Sampson.
Ralph Sampson didn't have knees when he came to Sacramento. He couldn't defend.
Do you need him?
Yeah, you do.
We've got entries for Mikey Moore, Simbular.
Mikey Moore. I think. Are we just throwing names out there at this point, hoping something sticks?
Simbular, I like that. Good morning, welcome in. You're on the air.
What about Yogi Stewart?
That might be it.
Thank you, John. We were just talking about Yogi.
Or as Phil Jackson once referred to him in a pregame interview, the kid that blocks shots.
Mm-hmm. And he did that well.
Literally, he's like, they got Mitch and they got that kid that blocks shots.
I think my dad works out at the old people's place with it's either Yogi Stewart's dad or grandpa or uncle or something. He's telling me all the time Yogi Stewart stories. They work out in Sun City together.
Who else did Yogi play for? The Raptors. I think he played for the Celtics.
I think that's it.
Yes. I agree.
Because he signed with the Raptors after his
did, got
first
a
year
nice
with the
deal.
Kings. Yeah, he got a nice payday.
I guess the only question is really what do we do tonight? I don't know. Is there anything on TV?
There is
sports happening.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll go.
New episode Ted Lasso drops.
Oh, I need to start this season. I haven't started it yet.
It's okay.
Oh no! Spoiler alert. We'll talk about not that next.
It was an amazing season for the Sacramento Kings. The coach of the year.
These honors don't come around often, and so you're very appreciative of them.
The clutch player of the year.
Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
And a return to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years.
16 seasons of frustration. Sacramento has clinched the playoffs.
Keep it on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for all your Kings off-season news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Tuesday. Grab a jacket, a cool start to the day. We have scattered clouds and we'll be partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon, but staying dry. Expect highs in the lower 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Plumbing, electrical, heating and air, everything that makes your home your home. With Bonnie, you sure got that covered. And right now, get your air conditioner tuned up for just $79. Originally $129. Bonnie.com.
Bonnie. Carmichael Dave here, welcoming back my dear friends at Fire Wings. 21 different flavors. I had 4 of those 21 Saturday for the game, watching with the family. As always, breaded Malaysian curry. Yeah, you better bet I got that curry. Knocked it out of the park, too. Go to firewings.com to make your order. That's what we did. We ordered 2 hours in advance, picked it up. There's nothing better for the game than Fire Wings. Check out the locations nearest you. Fire Wings, just wing it.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking for more sports action? Republic FC has you covered as the club hosts another David versus Goliath showdown at Hart Health Park. On May 9th at 7:30 p.m., SRFC will take on Major League Soccer's Colorado Rapids in a winner-take-all match with a ticket to advance to the round of 16 and the 2023 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup on the line. It's $5 beer night. We need Sacramento to pack the house, so secure your seat for the match starting at $17 at sacrepublicfc.com/tickets.
As the son of a 30-year career United States Air Force pilot, Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many contributed in serving our country. Hi, this is Franklin Rosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. When you're planning your Memorial Day celebrations, don't forget the Keys family and Naturewood Home Furnishings. For more than 73 years, they've offered the widest selection of quality, made-in-America furniture and accessories. And right now, with their Memorial Day sale, you get to choose the offer that works best for your family. You can choose to take 10% off the regular price, or on approved credit, you can have free financing for 24 months with equal monthly payments. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available in your choice of savings. 10% off or special financing. It's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for their sensational Memorial Day event. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for that water wheel.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you find the right customers. Spread awareness of your product or services. We can help build trust in your brand and services with a digital marketing campaign. Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing campaigns that deliver results. Don't wait. Get started today. Contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, happy Tuesday. I'm Jay Mars. The offseason accolades continue to pour in for the Sacramento Kings as Keegan Murray was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team yesterday. Murray averaged 12 points and almost 5 rebounds per game while shooting 45% from the field and 41% from 3 over 80 appearances. Murray also topped Donovan Mitchell's previous rookie three-point record of 187 made threes. Murray finished the season with 206, the 6th most during a single season in Sacramento Kings franchise history. You can read more about Murray's selection to the All-Rookie team right now at SactownSports.com. Taking a look around the NBA last night, the number 8 seed Miami Heat continued to impress in the playoffs with a 109-101 victory over the Knicks. Miami now leads that series 3-1 on the heels of a 27-point, 10-assist, and 6-rebound night from Jimmy Butler. The Heat look to close out the Knicks tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Warriors gave the Lakers all they could handle last night, but in the end, it was LA who took a 104-101 victory thanks to a 15-point fourth-quarter performance by Lonnie Walker IV, and LeBron James had a lot of praise for his teammate at the end of the game.
Great energy, high character. They show why he was able to throw everything to the side and just be him tonight. In that moment, game ball definitely goes to him. We don't win without him.
Walker's 15-point fourth-quarter performance was the first time a Laker has scored 15 or more points in the fourth of a playoff game since Kobe Bryant did it on May 8th, 1997. As a reminder, all guests come to you via the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
From the YouTube chat line, Matthew. Nothing like getting some fire wings and watching Ted Lasso. With over 21 different flavors to choose from, be sure to find a flavor you like, from buffalo to breaded curry, breaded Malaysian curry. Fire wings, just wing it. That's the type of interaction I want to see from people. Matthew, congratulations.
You get a game ball.
Yep, you get a game ball. And with that comes the award of the first ever YouTube chatter of the day.
Oh, wow. Matthew wins first one.
Just literally created an award. Top of my head, y'all.
We got to get like a Stanley Cup, put their names on it.
Stanley would never win the chatter of the day.
What would this cup be called?
I got a lot of ideas and none of them
shoot some of them my way.
I'd rather not.
You did what in your cup?
Shoot any of them along the way.
They sent them in an email on the company email.
Yes, yeah. I'll just reply all.
I like those.
What to watch tonight? Well, number one, around 5 p.m., you can roll out to Hagen Hugs and watch Jason and myself and Scott Marsh and Gary Gerald.
G-Man.
Yeah, he's the captain. As we putt for charity. It's a very cool thing they do. It raises a lot of money, and they basically take the putting greens out of Hagen and they put I don't
tricks.
Know. It's like
the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, you got to putt something off a metal suitcase through a windmill and over a bed of flowers.
And all the putts allegedly are makeable, though we tried to test that last year.
Yeah, we did.
And they're even more makeable when you eat them with fire wings. That's 21 different flavors to choose from. That's more than your clubs.
Fire wings, just wing it. Hey, wait, what do you mean it's more than my clubs?
You have more flavors to choose from than clubs to choose from.
Oh, I thought you meant you were referencing that I lost 17 golf balls yesterday.
No, that's definitely more than fire wings.
Okay.
Fire wings a bargain compared to you on the course.
Might have to replace him tonight and go into the pro shop and buy some golf balls.
Yeah, might have to. Or I might maybe I auction off my clubs for charity right there.
Can I volunteer to be the charity?
Ooh, my.
You're not golfy, are you?
No, I mean, you auction them off for charity. I get the money.
I get it. No, it's actually Charity Smith down the street. A good person. Game 5 in Boston. Game 5 in Denver. All tonight, both series tied 2-2. Jason Ross, I can't tell you who's going to win tonight, but I will tell you this. More than likely, going into tomorrow, one of those teams is going to be up 3-2.
I like that. I like where you're going with that.
It's analysis, dog.
You've got it. Spot on.
Game 5's in Boston, Game 5's in Denver. True or false? If a road win happens tonight, that team to you wins the series. Not mathematically, but
well,
if Philly beats Boston tonight, they go up 3-2. Are they winning that series? Or is there one you feel stronger
I
about?
don't say with confidence that's the case. Either one. I honestly don't. Look at the Kings. I know technically the Warriors still won in 7.
Yeah.
But when they won Game 5 to go up 3-2 going home,
True.
I know I felt like it was over, but it wasn't in the sense of what people thought it was over, that the Warriors would win a Game 5 or 6 at home. Kings won that. Then we had a 7th and deciding game. I think those series are really pretty even. So no, I don't feel like the winner's in great position.
Sure.
But nah.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. I will say this. If Phoenix wins in Denver tonight, that's 3 in a row for Phoenix. That's 3 in a row for Phoenix without Chris Paul.
Yeah. And then winning also in Denver, which I think of all the home courts right now, that's the most difficult one.
I completely agree. Although, who was it? What is it? Mike Greenberg said that he thinks the Heat in Miami is sapping the Knicks' strength.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the Knicks being in the city of Miami, like the South Beach. They're getting hit with the South Beach flu?
Yeah, a little bit.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, playing at the Mile High. That's going to tend to hurt a little bit. If Phoenix wins tonight, that
would be 3 in a row, first road win. They'd feel great
scary
about that. Yeah,
because I agree with you on Boston and Philly. If Philly does win tonight, that's awesome. But I have no qualms about Boston winning in Philly.
Right.
They've had shots and they have won. So you got that. A's at Yankees, a battle of titans there. I mean, who's winning this?
Yankees.
You say that because the Yankees are at home.
Just because they're at home. That's the only reason.
A's travel well.
Do they?
I mean, they get there.
Yes.
What Motel 6 do you think they're staying at in New York?
They don't leave the light on for them.
You think John Fisher springs for an express, or is it just a Holiday Inn?
I mean, if they could, they would do it differently, wouldn't they?
I think, honestly, if John Fisher had his way, he'd put them all in one. What are those ones where it has like a little kitchenette?
A Sprinter van?
What? No,
like a suite?
The ones where it's like the weekly stays and it's got a little kitchenette and it's like an
Airbnb?
Yeah, no, it's a hotel.
Embassy Suites or something?
But a little teapot and a stove.
Yes.
And you can go make food
with 1 pack of sugar.
What's the cheap Southwest airfare?
Want to get away?
Yeah, they're all booked on want to get away
I think
flights.
they're on Spirit.
Yeah, Southwest is way too.
Yeah.
They're going, you're 100%
Your bags
right.
are free
They're
there.
going Spirit. They're going on, what is it, Major League where it says, does this thing have any pilots? Like,
what was it, like the Indians one or something?
Indian Express or something like that. They got to use public transportation to get to the stadium. And then there's got to be a team meal afterwards where it's just hot dogs. It's whatever. They kind of deal with Yankee Stadium.
No buns.
Right. Whatever food is left over. I had 3 hot dogs yesterday, by the way.
Did you? Out at the golf thing?
I'm not really even hot. I had 4 hot dogs in 2 days.
Wow.
Because we had the Costco dog or Sam's Club.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you had 3.
I had I
day.
had 2.5. I had one at the very start, and then there was one that was like on the Fed. They had a bunch of dog stations. It was good.
You competing with Joey Chestnut this year?
Hot Link. I had a Hot Link. I'm still paying for that one right there.
Can imagine.
Nationals at Giants. So it's a couple of coastal rivalries here.
Huge rivalry.
Huge rivalry between the Nationals and Giants. Giants looking to win a ball game.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, always looking to win a ball game. So look out for that. Let's see. I got to check real quick, by the way, the pitching matchup. I got, forgive me. A's Yankees, Rucinski versus Schmitz. It's a battle of 7.71 and 5.83 ERAs. Over on the other side, Patrick Corbin 5.17 versus our own Logan Webb.
Let's get Logan going.
Logan's ERA is now down to 3.8.
That's fine. What's his record? Does he have 1 win?
He's 2-5 now.
5. Oh man, he's pitched better than that.
Not the greatest start for him, but his last start against the Astros in Houston, by the way, went 7 2/3, gave up 2 earned. Start before that, 6 2/3, 2 earned. Start before that, 7 innings, 2 earned, and then before that it was just rough acting, Tinactin for him, giving up 4 runs, I should say, in the first 4 games he pitched.
I bet you'd like to be, if you had the skill to be a starting pitcher, you'd like that.
What?
You personally, like in your schedule, your 100%. Life, like it's like I'm on today. Today's my day.
That's my
I'm
day.
going,
and
I might give you 8 innings. I might get shelled and be out in 2, but then you won't see me for 4 days.
Exactly what I wanted to do playing baseball, is be a starting pitcher.
Yeah,
absolutely. You go out, you got the mound. It's your world for that day. You go out, you do your thing, and then you spend the next 4 days, lightly working out and watching.
Yeah,
you get great seats to the game. I think starting pitcher is arguably like the coolest job in sports. In football, you're getting beat up all over the place,
right.
So disqualify the whole entire.
Yeah, especially if you never wrecked your arm.
Yes.
Like if you could just get through innings, and some years are gonna be better than others, some outings will be better than others.
That's right.
But you just
NBA
eat seeds and watch baseball.
NBA and soccer, you got have a lot of cardio. All the racings, you're racing around in tinfoil, hoping not to crash. Golf is listen, golf's close, but you still have to walk a bunch,
right? And you get to pick your events. Well, if you're
good.
Yeah.
Pitcher, there's one thing about pitching that would always worry me, and that's herb score. You take one right on the noggin coming back in. Listen, you're throwing 90-something mile an hour heat against some 6'4", 250 guy who's like, I would have intentionally walked Albert Bell every time I faced him. I don't even care.
I wonder if pitchers secretly do this. They probably wouldn't say it publicly, but like if you're, good, we're going to whatever city they love, and I'm not pitching. We're there for 3 days. Like I just pitched in whatever city we just left, and I'm not pitching till we're at the new city.
Beautiful.
But I get 3 days in city X, and I'm like, I'm having fun.
I'm going out. I'm having fun. I'm going to see some shows.
Yeah.
Do some
I'll
things.
be at the park when I need to be at the park, hang with my teammates.
And I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to hang out.
Chew gum, spit seeds, whatever it is.
Yeah, with the big plastic things.
Do little pranks in the dugout.
Absolutely. I'm screwing around. I'm going to go sit in the bullpen today. I'm going to have fun with the guys. We're going to scratch and do whatever they do.
Something to the mascot.
Yeah. It's a wonderful job. I think we can all agree. Also, don't forget tonight, we'll have that coverage for you right here on Sactown Sports. Colorado Rapids versus our Sacramento Republic U.S. Open Cup. This time, it's for real. When we return, we wrap up news, notes, celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies and Crosstalk with Drapes.
Wow.
Hey, Kyle Draper and Chris Watkins. We'll do it next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
O'Reilly. Improve visibility and save $8 instantly when you pick up a pair of Bosch Icon wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Bosch Icon premium blades can help you see better and drive safer. And our professional parts people will install them for you for free. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Lowe's, we're always bringing pros more ways to save on the brands you trust. Right now, buy a DeWalt 9-gallon corded shop vacuum with accessories at a new low price of $99. Plus, as an MVPs member, earn 3 bonus points per dollar when you buy select concrete mix. You can then redeem for rewards. Because Lowe's knows savings, Lowe's knows pros. While supplies last, discount taken at time of purchase. See associate for details. Valid through 5/17. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 6/2. Subject to change.
Hey, Scott, you look great. Yeah, I'm feeling good and have a new job. No, there's something different about the way you look.
To be honest, a few months ago, I had an amazing robotic hair transplant procedure at XL Medicine. It's called the Artist Procedure.
No way. Your hair looks completely natural, and you don't even have a scar. How did they do that?
Dude, the Artist system is amazing. I have this fantastic hairline, and I'm happy with my results. XL Medicine could probably help you too, buddy.
Using the ARTIS procedure, Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall can target and harvest healthy hair follicles with micron-level accuracy from the back of your head and transplant them where you need it. The procedure is painless, and you'll be back doing your regular activities in a couple of days. Ask Dr. Singh and Dr. Graywall at Excel Medicine about the ARTIS procedure. Call today, 916-932-4470. That's 932-4470 for a complimentary in-person or Zoom consultation, or on the web at excelmedicine.com. That's EXCEL medicine.com. See what the ARTIS procedure can do for you.
These are actors and not real patients.
Get ready for a night of thrilling punches and knockouts. Saturday, May 27th, Gold Country Casino Resort in Oroville is hosting a live professional boxing event. Watch Segundo Padilla from San Jose face off against Ronald Ron from Los Angeles. We'll also have other exciting bouts lined up for an unforgettable night of thrilling matches that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Get your tickets now at goldcountrycasino.com.
Gold Country Casino Resort.
Must be 21 or older.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
Ace fans need Friday night plans? Well, we got you covered. Get 4 tickets and parking for any Friday night game starting at just $49 with the Friday 4-pack presented by Chevrolet. Save big and enjoy great matchups, post-game fireworks and drone shows, giveaways, and more this 2023 season.
He drills one to right, way back, and no doubt, and that quickly the A's have taken the lead. Second deck.
Friday night tickets are available at athletics.com/value. That's athletics.com/value.
Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than freshly baked and home-delivered crumble cookies.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Well, throughout our journey to augment middays, as we are a 6A to 6P.
Yeah.
Live and local station. We've enjoyed many friends joining us.
You used to mock me about the company.
Yeah, Chris and Co.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
Where's the Co?
Yeah, well, now you got the Co.
Yeah.
You got more Co
the
than you ever thought.
Just
so much Co.
The top of the pops Co.
Top
I don't know
Co.
if that's anybody else.
Yeah.
Kyle Draper.
Yeah.
Yo. What's up, fellas?
How's your off season?
Too long already.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get back.
Getting some good golf, though?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting in some golf. I don't know about good, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about good, but no, I miss the atmosphere. I miss the energy.
Yeah.
I miss the games. And I'm watching Lakers Warriors, and I'm like, we should be there.
Exactly.
It should be us, right?
I thought it was hilarious. I actually put my phone up to the screen. It was before game 1 at home, and it was you, Matt, and Kenny on the concourse. And at one point, you guys just threw your headphone. You couldn't hear. The team came out. You just couldn't hear. You literally could not hear each other. It was hilarious to watch.
It was
What are you gonna
deafening.
do?
It's like that white noise that, where it just blows out the earphones.
Yeah.
That was one of those, whatever we had to say, it did not matter at that time. The crowd was doing all the talking for us.
Favorite part of the season? I mean, the abstract that Kings did better, but is there a memory, a game, a call, something to play? I don't know.
I think that Clippers game. Because they showed fight in that game.
Yeah.
Multiple times,
Yes.
multiple overtimes.
Yes.
And so I just thought that was probably the pinnacle of the regular season. De'Aaron Fox hit some game winners, but, that was a Friday night Clippers game, I believe. And, you're just like, all right, I got to drive back from San Francisco because I was in San Francisco. Let's go, guys, wrap this up. Who knew it would be like arguably the greatest regular season game the NBA has ever seen,
feel like now that we made the playoffs, I'll say this so you don't have to, but so for me, no, I'm just saying it. I think we made the playoffs now. It's going to be see off their wallet, would you?
Sacramento studio?
Let's get a studio.
Yeah.
These
I agree with that.
These poor folks.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to put you in a bad spot, you know.
Dude, the drive to San Francisco, no offense.
Who's the guy with the wallet? Is Justin? Is Justin the guy with the wallet?
Yeah, Justin or Matt Murphy or somebody.
I see Justin going to Liverpool every other day. He's going to Liverpool.
How about that? He's been twice in like 3 months.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's a level of disrespect.
Thank you.
We can't be disrespectful. They wouldn't do that to Golden State.
They
went to the Warriors studio up here.
Monte Hill's not driving up to Sacramento.
Or make it fair and do that to them now.
Yeah,
for a couple
that's exactly right.
Exactly.
This
Couple
is
of years.
our time.
Yes.
You know who's the capital of California? Not them.
True.
Yep.
Great point.
All right. By the way, what's the most golf balls you've ever lost in a round?
Probably 6 or 7.
That's a lot. Wow.
Don't tell them.
Yeah, don't tell them your number.
Don't tell them your number.
15 plus.
Played a charity golf tournament yesterday, McCooney tournament yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a scramble.
Yeah.
I lost 17 balls in 18 holes.
No way. How are you losing balls like that in the scramble?
Did your
Because
cart
usually
turn
you have
over?
great lies, great,
I personally,
Yeah.
I myself, not the group. I myself.
So you were what, plus 17?
Yeah, well, no.
Honestly, your next round, try to beat that. You won't.
I would like to not, especially since I was trying to play good balls yesterday. Not, by the end of the round, I was playing the beat up driving range, noodle, throwing the Pro Vs back in the bag.
Right.
Okay, today's not a Pro V day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is National Lost Sock Memorial Day. It's a day to
every day
recognize lost sock. There's a pro tip someone taught me. I never do it. They take their socks off, and before they throw them in the dirty clothes, they roll them back on each other. And then they
wash them as a
dry
bundle?
them that way.
Do they get totally clean?
That's what I think. I don't know. Do they get clean?
I don't trust that.
They say they do.
They save their socks. They're just not clean.
Yeah. Also, go around the room real quick. It doesn't have to be the brand, but I am always curious about this. Downy Ball or any other sort of a detergent accoutrement. Fan?
Yes.
Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah? J. Mars? Yeah. Kyle?
No, I just go straight detergent.
Straight detergent?
Yeah, exactly.
Not even the little sheet in the dryer?
No, nothing like that. Come on, man.
Okay, I'm just, you know what?
I'm like one step removed from beating my clothes over a rock. Seriously.
They're clean.
Yeah.
Smells fine.
National Butterscotch Brownie Day. Any list of local brownie experts is probably going to have my name on it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a butterscotch brownie.
Oh, you're missing out.
This is a thing.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
Butterscotch chips and a brownie.
Yes.
Top tier.
Really?
Top tier.
Don't you like butterscotch?
I love butterscotch.
Sounds
top
good.
tier.
You're in good shape.
It is top
Interesting.
tier.
Yeah.
Okay. National Sleepover Day. That's more when you're a kid, right? Remember Friday night, Saturday night?
When's the last time y'all had a sleepover?
Sleepover.
Now, are we talking,
When's the last time you guys had a sleepover?
Right.
Bill Forks.
As last night count. We're not talking about marriage, right?
All right.
Well, we know you don't take the sofa on those sleepovers.
I mean, sometimes you can't drive.
But I'm talking about
that's a responsible one.
plan. You're going to have does Band and Dunes count as a sleepover with your buddies?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. But
I'm talking
you're
about
at someone's house.
You come over at night. Your friend comes over. You're getting breakfast in the morning. You stay up at night watching
Build a fort.
Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. Wake up and watch George of the Jungle. Your PJs. Those are the days.
Okay. All right.
Finally, what? You weren't a sleepover guy?
Love sleepovers.
Yeah.
Finally, National Alphabet Magnet Day.
I missed the alphabet.
I did
magnets.
too.
Yeah.
Learn
When
A lot
the
of
kids were younger.
tomfoolery.
Yeah.
You can spell some funny things.
That's the problem with that is that you end up having friends come over and they get creative, and then next thing you know, the kids going goo goo F word.
Yeah. That's the last sleepover.
So that's the last sleepover they'll ever have.
Yeah.
A very special celebrity birthday. Today.
That's right, because we're going to start with a very special celebrity that has a birthday today. The one, the only Douglas Dale Christie.
Wow.
How old is old DC?
33.
Oh, I know this for a fact.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
So
I mean, I was just I'm out. I'm out.
Doug is 49.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's a good guess.
good guess.
I know. I'm within a year, maybe.
I'll say. I'll say 47.
Oh, you guys be nice to Doug.
I know, right?
Let's not.
53.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's that old?
Right. All right. Happy birthday today to Billy Joel,
Oh, Billy Joel.
Piano Man.
Man, Billy Joel.
Man.
There you go.
That's it.
Well said.
Billy Joel's on a run.
Opened up
in
the Golden
80s.
One Center.
Yeah. What?
No, he didn't.
I'm kidding.
Paul McCartney on line 3.
I know, right?
Billy's 75.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You're getting up
I don't think he's that old.
I was going to say 68.
Okay.
72.
No clue. 65.
Correct answer is 74.
Wow.
Dave, there you
Wow.
go. Very close.
Yeah. 75, baby.
Happy
74.
birthday to Rosario Dawson.
Ooh.
Oh, I just saw this.
Oh, you
Andre's
did?
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Richard's daughter.
Yeah.
Rosario Dawson is 46.
There's a lot of ages I would believe.
I think she's 53.
Come on.
Come on.
I'll say 46, 48. I'll say 48. I'll say 48. Let's say 48.
So you knew it? Or you don't know?
I forgot it, though. I'm going to say 43. I don't know if I'm right, but...
You're close.
Yeah.
44.
All right, 45. All right. I knew I saw it, but I forgot.
Happy birthday to former King. First time we ever heard this. Yogi
Stewart.
Yogi Ferrell. Yogi Ferrell.
Yogi Ferrell is
32.
That's a good one.
Took
That's
mine.
a really good one.
I'll go 31.
I'll say 33.
I'll say 34.
Went the wrong way. 30.
Oh,
wow.
Yogi
4
Ferrell.
shots and we didn't get a correct answer.
Jeez.
Happy birthday to Prince Fielder.
Son of King
Prince
Fielder.
Yeah.
All right.
Prince Fielder.
Ooh.
Wow.
Isn't
that's
that
a
one of
tough
those
one.
really makes you feel old things when you had Prince Fielder
He retired early.
on your fantasy team and his son has already played a full career and retired?
Yeah.
Prince Fielder is he's actually, but he did retire early. He's only 41 today.
I don't think he's that old. I'm going to say 38.
I was going to go 37.
38, 41.
I'll say 40.
We haven't surrounded. He's 39.
He definitely retired later.
Happy birthday to former NBA legend Calvin Murphy. Houston Rockets.
Oh, Calvin.
He's no longer an NBA legend?
Former NBA legend.
78.
Jeez.
I know, right?
Cal's 80.
74.
Yeah, I'll say 75.
75.
Okay.
Chris Watkins.
Okay.
Right on. Trey Lance. Happy birthday.
Trey Lance is 24.
We're going to be close on this.
25.
23.
Yeah, I was going to say 23. I'll say 24.
23.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to former King, Nemanja Bjelica.
Hey.
Yeah. We deserve this birthday.
Yeah.
Nemanja is 33.
35.
Yeah, I was going to say
32.
I'll say he's 35.
35 is right.
Yeah.
And last one, Lane Kiffin.
Oh, old Lane.
Gosh. Jeez. 45.
Yeah, that's a good one.
46.
I think he's 49.
I'll say 44.
48. for
Wow,
Lane Kiffin.
Lane.
That's
No
the guy
longer
I
young
saw
kid.
At USC, when they wanted him gone, they had the fire lane painted on the curb, and then everyone wrote Kiffin after it all over the campus. Kyle, Chris, have fun. But
Thank
Baton is
you.
yours. Stay tuned for both of them in a very professional, entertaining 4 hours of radio. Thanks to everybody here. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown